Phoenix Wright! Ace Attorney Trilogy! Which one are we doing? It's the fourth one, right? Yes, I think. Double check. Yes. We're back to the law offices. Mr. Wright, so what's going on with the case anyway? I'm a little confused. Huh? Well, let's see. What is going on? The victim, Detective Bruce Goodman, was stabbed to death after 5 p.m. on the 21st. He died in the prosecutor's parking lot in the police department's evidence room. What's this and the evidence room part? Prosecutor's office and the police department are 30 minutes apart by car. Well, that's what we're going to find out. Or try to, at least. Alright, let's do it. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and give my prediction as to what happened. So, the guy, went to the place. Somebody stabbed him and stuffed him in the car of Edgeworth. I don't know why. So the defendant came out, Lana came out, saw him in the car, dead, saw the knife sticking out of him, which is evidence, and said, so I'm like, this cannot, we can't have this, you know. So she took out that knife, grabbed the other knife that Edgeworth had in his car, and stabbed him with it. I think it's curious, but I'm not sure she's going to be much help with this. Don't be so sure, Mr. Wright. Huh? Look, we're in this together, right? So he could have died, you know, on the way in between the place. I put these thick-rimmed glasses of mine aren't just for show. I mean, they're clearly sunglasses. They tint your eyes. Let's go. Science awaits us. Prosecutor's office. Around parking lot. Now, I really don't think we should worry about the police department murder. There wasn't even a body found there. Who cares? There's only our victim who was killed in their evidence room. No biggie. And my sister would never do such a thing. I know it. The old drum. Was it empty? The drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water. Sister raising evidence of the crime scene. Never. No, she says that don't get along. Emma really likes her sister. That's not it at all. It's just, we're both professionals at what we do, and I trust her. Big words for a high school student. Whether there's blood on the floor or not. Or that old drum washed it all away. Hey, ignore the strength of my science at your own peril, Mr. Wright. So I will say this, and I think this is going to be key to the case. I was out working at work at some point in the past, and we had a drum like that we were going to use, and it was full. It was full. And so we have this little thing that, you know, it's like a hand truck, but you can tip over the drums so you can load them. And so what it does is it clamps onto the top of the drum, and then you can tip it over, and, you know. But in order to get it to tip over, you have to, you know, lift up the edge slightly. And so you lift up the edge, and then you stick the thing under it, and then hook it on, and then you have to tip it over. I don't have the weight to tip it over. Like, I cannot tip over one of those drums. I pull, I twist, you know, just doesn't do anything. Huh? What's that grin for? This situation calls for one thing, and that is luminal testing fluid. Who are we sticking in what? Luminal? Blood is sticky stuff, you know. You can't just wash it away with a little water. If you can't see it, it's still there. Oh yeah, we've used this stuff before. When we're worried about blood, you know, like somebody gets a cut, and we make sure it didn't go in the product, we use this stuff. Wouldn't the police have already done those tests? Never shall see one's eyes but your own, Mr. Wright. Just give it a try. Me? Why do I have to do it? I'm a minor. I can't even drink yet. But you can steal this stuff? Touching bloodstains to this stuff, not drinking it. Hey, look, I'll lend you these glasses. Huh? You had extra pair of those things? Test for blood reaction, spray the luminol on it. Like this, see? It's interesting to spray it on. Okay, let's find some blood stains. Oh, you gotta move the thing. Always click around. See your eyes shining behind those glasses. Is this a blood stain? It's so, Emma, you're shaking. Just this is my first time seeing real blood. Scientific investigation in action. Okay, well, we definitely know this is a blood stain. Doesn't something strike you as odd, scientifically speaking, of course? What's odd about this? Scientifically. Both of them are odd. The amount of blood. Perpetrator and Detective Goodman fought here, right? I think there'd be a little more blood? I don't think so. I mean, look at all the blood on the sole of the victim's shoe. It is pretty strange. If they fought here, there'd have been more blood than this. Why are there no, like, ridges on the bottom of the shoe? That feels like that shoe would be very slippery. Hey, Mr. Wright? I'm gonna mark out the floor plans when we find a bloodstain, okay? See? I'm pretty handy to have around, right? This stuff's pretty handy, too. It's in my allowance to buy that. Can't be sure that the police will reveal all their evidence in court, as they fail to mention evidence that doesn't fit their review of the case. Let's drag that hidden evidence out into the light of day. Yeah, feels like we're really investigating a crime now, doesn't it? Guess we should spray on anything suspicious. Ha! Wonder how that fluid of yours would react to a nice deli box. Miss Starr! You only trust your own eyes, hmm? Not bad, you two. This day old deli box is on the house. That's just that kind of lead-in. Doesn't really get my mouth watering. You certainly put me on the tight spot today. I apologize, Miss Starr, but no, it's okay. It's my fault. Oh, we know. Witnessed everything with that security room right there. But I was afraid that it wouldn't sound convincing enough, you see. If I want to think that, I'm sorry. Sorry, you lied on the witness stand. That's unforgivable. Little girl, don't forget what's important here. Even if the place I witnessed the events from was different, I still saw what I saw. I saw Chief Prosecutor Sky stab a man in cold blood, and that testimony still stands. Ah. I swear on my honor as a detective, she stabbed Goodman. Hunt's photograph has something important to tell us, but what? So you were a detective, weren't you, Miss Starr? Yes, it was a long time ago, well, 2 years ago. No matter how hardened the criminal, when they faced me, they coughed it up. Coughed it up? They confessed. They babbled like babies. You know, I may seem like a demon sometimes. That can be an angel, too. I wouldn't doubt it. Every day I dragged the dirt out of the mouths of suspect after suspect. Before long, they called me the cough-up queen. And here I thought someone had gotten food poisoning from your lunches. And you were let go or fired? I felt that I found my dream job when I became an investigator. If these prim and proper prosecutors hadn't let me go, I'd still be one today. It's all because of that case, the SL9 incident. The case with the knife? Now, I will say this. One thing about this game, they have it contains like an amazingly few number of characters. So we have witnesses, we have, murderers, we have suspects, defendants, and then we have the perpetrator. They're all the same people. There's only like 3 of them per case. SL9, wait, she doesn't mean. What do you think about this? It's written on that knife. And on that note. Goodman was the head detective in that case, you know. Really? That knife was evidence from the case, the murder weapon. It was due for transferal the very day that Goodman was killed. As I suspected. SL9 isn't over, not yet. Do you think it tells more about the SL9 incident? Apparently not. Take a look at this. You, yes? Said you wanted some hot tea. Oh, okay. Okay. Alright, let's just examine. Look, a door. No. That's the same thing. Alright, we already did that. Alright, that doesn't do anything. The famous old drum. Well, no time like the present. I'm trying to get over myself. Yeah. That's okay. Don't cry. That Atlantis guy must be one strong woman. No. Which rope is it? Yep. Okay. Alright, I don't know what else to do. Why Mr. Cat shows his car? What model car is it? Standard coupe or something like that. Those are car types, Mr. Wright, not models. You're a guy, aren't you, Mr. Wright? You're supposed to know these things. It's about time I got my driver's license. Alright, can we, Phone speech from Manana. No, my sister's the murderer. She'd call you, didn't she? At the time of the crime? Her right hand is bandaged. Hey, whose side are you on? It's nothing to do with taking sides. So this means Atlanta's hand had blood on it. It just keeps getting worse. I can't screw right there? That's a ladder. Petrified piece of provolone, huh? It's not, it's my attorney's badge. I think a petrified piece of provolone would fetch more on the open market. My badge is up for sale, not yet at least. I don't think she need much help. We can go... It's even busier here today than it was yesterday. Detectives are running around so fast they're blurring. Makes sense. A detective did get killed here after all. The evidence room at the scene of the crime. According to the pamphlet we got at the front desk. Here it is. A kid in the amusement park. Real crime scene. Let's go take a look. Yeah, see, he's still there. Let's get the benefit out and say he's still dancing. And say he's dancing. Speaking of dancing, the whole police department has been dancing around like crazy since yesterday. Can I take out his batteries? This can't help but feel he's gonna do something naughty. Nope, same thing. Same thing here, sir. As he was saluting, he was showing the detective where his head was. Make a good pair. Just imagine, right now, behind those doors, a police drama in action. Small thought fails to excite me. Oh, pandas, nope. I hate they keep letting you say the same thing over and over again. Can we move into the thing? Yes. Everyone looks deadly serious here. What's a vicious murder done at the police department? The same detective was also killed at the same time in the prosecutor's lab. Makes my head hurt. First things first, let's go check out the police department crime scene. You sound dead set on investigating. Don't mess up or we could wind up dead. Not anyone wants more mysteries or dead bodies around here now. Doesn't look like anyone's gonna help us much either. His mascot, is it? The Blue Badger, future star of the police force. That's a little change from the one outside. Ah, well, the Dancing Blue Badger trademark is still under development, you see. Do you have it trademarked? Absolutely. It's cutting-edge stuff. Very now. I showed a doll here to my daughter, and she burst into tears. Don't show her the moving mock-up aside, then you'll give her nightmares. I can move into the evidence room. No. Chief Detective excluded computer screen. What? Detective killed in the evidence room. Tell no one outside the police department. No, I told that old lady at the restaurant everything. Someone's getting a demotion. This one, the detective is mumbling something to himself. I know, the killer used dry ice. Put it between the latch and the door, the room could be sealed shut. It's good. I win a writer's award for sure. He's not writing a report, he's writing a novel. Detective's desk. There are computers and files at each one. Funnier, they're a lot tighter than I expect. I guess detectives don't spend a lot of time at their desks. Can we go into the evidence room? This guy's in questioning. Hope detectives aren't yelling at her. How'd you kill him in 2 places at the same time? Can you imagine? I was just supposed to answer that. Wait a second. Did Mr. Gant say they arrested a suspect in the police department murder? Let's come back later. New place. Evidence room entrance guard station. There's the poncho. Why is he... Okay, this is Marshall's room. You can tell. What's with the decor in this place? It's very eccentric. According to the pamphlet, this is the guard station for the evidence room. If there's a lasso, is that supposed to be a trap? So beyond that door is the evidence room. The scene of the crime? Sure seems that way. Oh. What's wrong? It's those cacti. They're so prickly, so imposing. It's hard to think straight. If you can't handle the cacti, stay out of the desert. What I want to know is, this is a guard station. Where's the guard? I have a feeling I know who he is already. Yeah. It's very subtle. Yeah, I'm so sure are prickly. They must be the real deal. I think just one big one would be sufficient. These cacti are a lot like my sister, actually. How so? Encased in a cold, rigid shell with spines pointing out in every direction. Just like her. I'm not so sure I see the resemblance. It's more of an attitude thing than a physical similarity. There's a security guard uniform hanging here. That's not a security guard uniform. It's more like a costume than a uniform, honestly. Leather jacket, leather pants, a leather... What's that called again? Duster? A punchy? Poncho? Ponchy? A pinchy? I know. A pooch? No. Wait, maybe that wasn't it. It's a poncho, but I think I'll keep that information to myself for the time being. Drinking at the desk. Looking for a lasso. Like I said, to trap something. A trap here. Wait, I know. Maybe someone was trying to catch a wild bull in here, but the lasso missed. Except for where's the wild bull? Sure have an active imagination. I mean, she's a child. Swinging door makes the place kind of look like some kind of saloon. Look, it's nailed shut. You can't get in that way. Of course not. If you want to go in through here, cactus would fall over. Ouch. I'd say it'd be more of a yarg myself. Looks like there's a video feed from the evidence room right here. The light blinking below the monitor. It says recording. We could use the computer to check on who went in and out of there. I mean, maybe. The evidence room is behind that door. Just walk in. It won't open. You thought it'd open? Maybe we need to get someone's permission to go in there first. Hi, Treeborn. No clues here. No clues. Hey, 1 second. I'm gonna brush my tail before we continue. I'll be right back. Yep, there's a lasso there. Maybe to catch a wild bull. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. Sorry about that. Okay, I don't see what else there is here. We can take one more quick look through the room and see if there's anything we haven't touched. But I'm not seeing anything that looks likely. We definitely saw the lasso there. Alright, let's move somewhere. Get back to the entrance. Oh, we can present this stuff. No. I hate that there's like a long cutscene every time we do anything. Like, where can we go? Oh, we haven't been here yet. Let's go here. This place is classy today as it was yesterday. I'm sure it'll still be just as classy tomorrow, Emma. Incidentally, Ezra's not here. Ezra's off doing important investigations. I hope that's what he's doing. Guess I'll have to come back. Ah, where are we supposed to be? Wait. I know where we need to go. Let's go here. Let's pull out this stuff and spray. Okay, no good. Okay, where else can we spray? What to do? Well, where should we begin? Now we should begin that, that thing. Which is the victim, I guess. How could one man detective going to be killed in two places simultaneously? Well, you see, we should go to the police department. Dentist room, was it? I'm not being very useful here, am I? No, you're being very helpful. I mean, that's where we've been trying to go, but there's no way to get there. We can't open the door. Maybe we can move here. Why can't we move from here to here? What are we doing? I think I'm missing something. There's literally only one person we can talk to. This is literally the only person we can talk to. Let's present everything. Alright, skip. What do you think about this? Tonight, it's written on that knife. And that note, human, detective. Same thing we saw before. I suspect it's estimated over, not yet. She's not doing anything. This is the only thing I see. We tried spraying. Well, that's a good idea. We haven't sprayed the mascot. Alright, nothing there. I got no idea. I'm drawing a blank. Let's go back here and ask her again. Poor Mr. Edgeworth, you're going through a tough time worthy with all these rumors. Even in the next chair just past August. Can I move? There's that business with him not reading the officer's report of the killing of the police department, right? The police is right about that, but I can't help but think someone in the police department doesn't like Edgeworth. I mean, I can move. Where do you want me to move? You got ideas? Nah, I can't seem to slide anywhere. Wait, I can go back to... I can go there. I can slide here. That's it, though. Oh, so there's from Visitor's Park. Start climbing over this fence. Seems so. Yeah. She didn't climb over. Yes, she didn't. Yeah, give it a try. Eek. It's okay. Don't cry. Maybe there's a lunch plan Olympics team. Spray here? I got sprayed everywhere over here. Let's see. Clean up everything. Wait, do we have any evidence that we can, like, look at? Oh, this... No, ST. Okay. I feel like I'm coming up blank. scare the poor guy. Is it possible to lock yourself where there's nothing else to do? We have to present her something, I'm guessing. 2 years ago, back when you were Cobble Queen, right? That's ID card here in this parking lot. There's definitely no mistaking it. It's definitely Goodman's. But it's the same idea as the man who was killed at the police department. That's impossible. I could be so sure. Okay. Alright, there's the T again. Oh, Edgar's now checking it was on Edgar's car. He owes me some gratitude. Gratitude? Well, if I hadn't witnessed the crime, I should have been the suspect. Well, I wonder. So strange. Why didn't our chief prosecutor have her own murder weapon ready? Alright, more tea. Okay, that's the same thing. I think we presented that. We presented that. So I got the chief prosecutor on the shoulder. Tried the phone on the pavement. That's when you heard her talking about the muffler, right? But I know it's a trap. Or it's muffler and the prosecutor's red muffler. What was Miss Guy really trying to say, I wonder? Alright, more tea, talk. Tea talk! Oh, we got Classic Fox, look at that! Think about it, I could take that picture from the guard room, but even I get flushed sometimes. She went straight to the scene of the crime. I was toward the chain link fence in an effort to stop the murder. Took this photo, yes. In other words, 5 minutes after the crime. Those 5 minutes are the whole problem. The whole of my testimony, as it were. That was worth the problem, Miss Starr. You lying was the problem. Listen, little girl, I've had my testimony disregarded before. And I wasn't gonna have it disregarded again. It's like that time. That time? Okay. Now we can ask about it. The incident really opened up my eyes to the truth. Nothing to them. Disposable. Disposable? To who? 2 years ago, it was the biggest case I've ever handled. Police and the prosecutors were desperate for decisive evidence. So they didn't solve it? On the contrary. It was solved quite cleanly. The criminal was caught and executed. Executed? Yes, the criminal got what was coming to him. It doesn't get any cleaner than that. The only problem was they never did find decisive evidence, not a shred. Well, the criminal was executed, right? On the basis of evidence, of a sort. Made up evidence. What? You mean they executed someone with fabricated evidence? The best part came several months after the trial. Every detective involved with the case was dealt with. Some were demoted to patrolman, others found themselves out of a job. And you were one of those. Myself and one other person you know well. Wait, could it be? Exactly, Detective Jake Marshall. Oops, I mean Police Department Security Detail Officer Jake Marshall. As professional detectives, we investigated that case from every angle. Jake was particularly determined. And then it was over, and he was demoted. However, he hasn't forgotten it, and neither have I. You haven't forgotten SO9? There's another side to that case. A hidden side. That's what we're after now. And no one up in their fancy offices can stop us. Wait. Those lunches you sell. There's only one reason I come to sell lunches in this accursed office. I'm here to meet old friends, boyfriends that can help me investigate. Miss Starr's old boyfriends. How many does she have, anyway? Thousands. So when all the detectives on SO9 have disappeared, we find new evidence. Has to be a connection. So, Rookie, what? Seems like you're serious about investigating this case. Yes. You should take this. A Salisbury steak lunch. I know a certain guy who might help you if you tempt him with his treat. Miss Starr? Officer Marshall, is he, are you his? Are you going out? Why do you want to know? I just wonder what happened to him. A long time ago, when he was helping my sister do a case, he was so nice. He got along so well with my sister, it made me jealous. And he was nice to people too back then. This even Officer Marshall was a detective. But now he's so cold. Jake and I are merely cooperating on this investigation. We're putting the past to rest, as it were. Nothing more than that. I see. Thank you. Officer Jake Marshall. Alright, we gotta move. I think we got a path now. Please charge with frantic energy as always. Please. Huh? Wasn't that? One steak lunch, please. Oh, it's you. Hey, Gumshoe. Now's the time for chit-chat. Pal, I'm a busy man. I really need a steak lunch from Lunchland. Oh, you mean one of these? Actually, it's not for sale. Yeah, I just heard the sound of his heart breaking. Now's no time for despair. We got our criminal, now we just need evidence. Criminal, you mean you heard about the stabbing in the police department? Evidence room, right, pal? On the same day the detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot, another detective was killed at the police department. And the perpetrator, do you have a suspect? Well, there was a suspect, just arrest him, in fact. It's the biggest scandal to hit the station in ages. Everything's topsy-turvy. Get to Gumshoe, who was it? About all I know is I need me a steak lunch pronto. Down here talking is gonna fill my belly. Wait, don't leave. No more, head on down to the detention center, pal. Questioning should be over, so I figure he's down there having a good cry. Later. You're off to the evidence room. This investigation's off to a running start. Can we go here? Nope. Alright, we can go back to the detention center, I guess. Why can't we just go straight to the detention center? So I do feel better about things a little. I mean, they caught the person who stabbed Detective Goodman, didn't they? Yeah, I guess they did. Let's not go too far down that road right now. Things will just get confusing. That's weird. What was that? Sir, that's what I'm saying. Me, a perpetrator? I'd say I was perpetrated against, sir. That's what I'd say. Hi, greetings, sir. There's only so many people it could be. Like, we're down to Marshall, Edgeworth. It can't be the lunch lady, because she's still out. Gumshoe, could be Gumshoe. I know who you are. Meekins! Excuse me, Mr. Yeah. Officer Meekins, you're a guard here at the detention center. No, sir, I'm not, sir. I'm a little lost patrolman, like a little lost lamb, sir. I get it. You here to deliver a report? No, sir, how should I say this? Wait, he isn't, is he? You, Officer Meekins? You didn't, did you? Perpetrator, Officer Meekins, reporting, sir. Why does he still have the intercom? Does he have a gun still? What? This is an unexpected turn of events. Sir, I'm patrolman, such general affairs, sir. Ow, I can hear you fine, Officer Meekins. Some business that day, sir, and I went to the evidence room, sir. Guard station in front of the room was empty, sir. Tell me there's a guard at the evidence room. There's not one now. I don't know why there'd be one that day. That's right, sir, because evidence is kept in the evidence room, sir. Now, the security officer was none other than Officer Marshall. Marshall? And, sir, I happened to glance at the security room monitor. So I saw him, sir. Suspicious person in the evidence room. A suspicious person, sir. Suspicious person. Yow. Did they handcuff his arm to his, like, lanyard? What is this guy doing? What happened then? And, sir, everything went white. I saw red. I blacked out. When I came to, I was here, in the detention center. How long were we out? Days? I might ask what happened to your hand? And no one to bandage me, sir. Did I could to wrap it up, sir. Bandage on his hand. I miss Sky. Yet another similarity between this case and the one at the prosecutor's office. First things first. Tell us how you hurt your hand. Hurt your hand. Did that happen during the course of the crime? I see, sir. Don't you think you should just confess? Sir, but there's nothing I could do. Nothing you could do. Tell the truth, sir, when it happened. The detective pointed the knife at me. I just hollered, sir. I knew I was unconscious. You knew you were, huh? Then when I opened my eyes, I was home in the evidence room, sir, all alone. All alone because Detective Goodman had disappeared. What? I looked down, I was gushing blood from my hand, sir. I'm shocked. Oh, sir, can you imagine how I felt? His body disappeared. That's some story. Victim, I don't mean to pry, but you are the perpetrator, correct? You killed Detective Bruce Goodman in the evidence room, right? So please don't look at me with those sad puppy dog eyes, sir. You have to label me as a perpetrator or victim, sir. That's gonna be real annoying real fast. Label me victim. I would, but you happen to be in detention, and alive and well at that. Yes, well, that's true, sir. I suppose you could say that. Did you know the victim, Detective Goodman? So if I had to label him as a stranger or a total stranger, I'd say he leans heavily on the total stranger side. So you didn't know him? Sir, I work in a tiny department devoid of light and other creature comforts. I don't know any detectives. So if he was a total stranger, why didn't you stab him? So I had no intention of killing him, sir. None. But I have any recollection of killing him, sir. That's so annoying! Someone around here is more confused than I am. Let's go back to the guard station. Nope, no good there. I'm gonna try presenting something. It's for you, eek. It's your knife, sir. It's okay, I just want to take a look. That's it, sir. That's the one. I was an apple, sir, in my dream, sir, and I was being peeled. I thought you don't have to look at the knife. It's a fraction of the knife, but I guess he's been through a lot. Take a look at this. Sorry, I know what that is. Maybe you should ask Mr. Edgeworth, sir. Ask the buck, Mr. Wright. It's a special kind of man to pass the buck for Edgeworth. Take a look at this. Sorry, sir. No idea. Here, have a look at another knife. This is for you. Eek. That's it. Last time, that's the one. That's a different knife. I think you take a look at this. Hey, that's it, sir. That's it. That's it. That's what? I was blank until this very moment. I remember. I remember, sir. You remember what happened? Correct. That card was the cause of it all. This ID card? Exactly, sir. That's exactly it. I think it'd be more exact, sir. Nothing. Better pry this one a little deeper. Can you tell me what it is you do remember? Well, sir, you might say I'm... Okay. I didn't know Mr. Detective Goodman was in the evidence room. That's why he thought he looked suspicious. So I went into the evidence room and asked the man to show me his ID card. That sounded pretty much by the book so far. That's right, sir. That's what I've been trying to tell you. You asked Detective Goodman to show you his ID card. What did he do? That's the thing. Still, he pointed a knife at me. What? So I assure you, I was as flustered as you are right now. Didn't I say there's a camera in there? Can't they just look at the camera and say see what happened? So I moved and leapt at him. Didn't point a knife at him? Do unto others before they do unto you. My own father's words, sir. What happened then? Well, when I served, everything went white, and when I woke, I was here. Right. Officer Meekins, why was it they arrested you? I mean, Emma, let's look at what we know. Officer Meekins didn't know Detective Goodman, and the victim, whom he met at the scene of the crime, didn't show his ID card. In other words, we have no way of knowing if the victim was really the victim. His body just disappeared from the evidence room. We don't even know if anyone actually died. That's it, sir. That's what I wanted to say. Oh, hey, I did say something along those lines. Huh? But you still ended up here? They told me that it had to be him, sir, on that day at that time. Detective Goodman was definitely in the evidence room. That's what they said. But you don't remember the events clearly? No, but the videotape's quite clear. Well, videotape? From the security camera. The crime, my crime, the crime I swore to stamp out. It's there, it's me, it's on tape. Can you wait until now to tell us this? Sorry, real sorry, sir. I'll hand over my badge. I don't deserve it. No thanks, I'm my own. Well, I guess we better go check out the crime scene. Okay, now we got a reason to move. Let's move. Oh, wait. Hey, Mr. Wright, look who's standing at the chief detective's desk. It's Police Chief Gant. And you're sure this is all, That means if there's anything missing? I'm sure most likely totally perfect. Checked all the cans under seat cushion, behind his computer monitor, inside his personal coffee machine. See, if anything does turn up, you come right away, deal? Yes, sir. We'll scour the place again, sir. Detective looks a little flustered. Ah, righto, my boy. How you been? Swim much? Oh, Chief Gant, reporting for duty, sir. Why are you saluting him, Mr. Wright? Is everyone gonna be okay? Oh, were they? Oh, you know, they're doing a little inquiry community with him. Sound like an inquisition. Yep, well, they had no end of trouble with the boys this last year. Meaning the incident at Gourd Lake. Doesn't look good having a top prosecutor sitting in the defendant's seat, does it? And you got someone else found guilty in that case, right? Righto? Von Karma. Legend he was, undefeated in his 40-year career. But in court, you fixed it so he was caught for forging evidence. Wait, I didn't do anything wrong. He did forge evidence. The case prosecutor's office is a bit of a turmoil, you might say. Might they do just about anything to restore their reputation? Now, depending on what that inquiry committee decides, it could be bad for Worthy. What? They're odd, I tell you. The detectives getting killed on their turf, too, I mean. They're being the prosecutors, I assume. Actually speaking, it's impossible. So that's what the evidence is saying. Mini voice, what's wrong? You can't hear me? Am I too quiet? Thank you for the sub, Frosty! Thank you for the 8 months. I really appreciate it. That's almost a baby. 8 months. Am I that quiet? Test, test. Do I need to turn my mic? Test, 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 test. It's almost out of the way. Why am I mini voice? I'm confused. Oh. Little voice for you? Bear Bells appears to be fine. I don't know. I'm turning back down a little bit. It's going in the reds. T-Born, I don't know what's going on with you. Goon was stabbed in 2 locations at the same time. That's what it says. What evidence is this? No, Righto can't give away all our secrets just like that. So in particular, well, it's a little sensitive and I can't talk about it. I wasn't expecting much anyway. You know, one thing I hate most of all is hiding stuff secrets. Can't stand them. But you know, it's a full-time job just keeping the chief detective's trap shut. He's the one you were picking on earlier. Huh? You saw that? Whoops. What was it you wanted the chief detectives to do? See if we can kind of discreetly ask him. Sorry, I had to see that. What exactly did the police want you to do? See over there? That's Goodman's desk. He wanted me to check it for anything that might be a clue. Took away every last piece of garbage in the trash can. Nothing wrong with Detective Goodman is still here? Of course not. Well, except for this. What, you kept something? Sure, why not? It's not even important. He didn't finish writing it. It's lost item report, but it's only half complete. Lost item. Did Detective Goodman lose something? Today was February 21st. Better make a note of that, just in case. Get back to investigate the police department crime scene. Did we look at that thing? Can we examine this? See, ingredients, meat. Doesn't mean beef. She probably just wrote it generically. Oh yeah, let's hope so. As a scientist, I have checked which additives you used. Go to town, huh? It says here, hours of sweat and labor. That's why the sauce is so salty. Kinda looks like a shoe. My mouth's watering. I almost hear the sound of the shake frying on the grill. That's all cold and tough by now. I'm sure it's delicious. Miss Star poured her heart into making this. Well, she didn't put any other organs in there. Alright, let's move. Oh, actually, I was wondering if you actually asked you a favor. Never thought they would come when Righto would ask me for help. I was wondering if we could investigate the evidence room. Uh-oh, music goes away. Got all quiet. Now, Righto. Actually, I'm sorry, I don't need to investigate after all. Right, please. Do I look like a selfish man? Huh? If anyone asks me, sir, can I borrow $50? I give them $50. No problem. Can I borrow $50? Go ahead. Investigate the room to your heart's content. Knock yourself out. Just goes to show you never know until you ask. You here. You can borrow this. Huh? Hey, this is a detective's ID card, isn't it? A special card for guests, so don't lose it. Yes, sir. It's an honor. Just run along and do your best now. Later, folks. It looks pretty cool in my lapel, doesn't it? Just think of your ID. Here's 50. I was kidding, Frosty. I was joking with the detective. Or chief of police. You seem happy. Yes, sir. Because, sir, we get to go in the evidence room now, sir. I think this place is a bad influence on the girl. Alright, can we go? Now there's a guard here. Nope, there's no guard here. We have the ID card from Chief Gant. Let's just walk in. It won't open. Aha. The card reader's turned off, you see. What's security guard thinking? Howdy, partners. Well, what's made my Bambina's sky so gray? See? That's Italian. Makes no sense. Officer Marshall, why does it have to be him? What's that? Why does it have to be him looked for? As you may have surmised, this here's my saloon. You don't shave in a saloon. We're here to investigate this crime scene. Yeehaw, that card you got there on your chest, that's better than a sheriff's badge in these parts. Yeehaw. Well, what are you standing there for? Get along, little dogies. Crime scene's awaiting. Looks like the card reader's on again. While we're here, I was wondering if we could ask you some questions. Sorry, cowboy, but I got no mind to tangle you hombres. You're busy then. Did I say that? I only said I didn't wish to speak with you. I actually said you had no mind to tangle us hombres. Let's go and present him the steak. That smell! Ah, reminds me of Texas. So, Officer Marshall, you're from Texas? No, I just saw a special on television the other day. Is this from my baby? What? Yeah, Miss Dar. Oh. I thought thought the cow was up. What's this? What? What's wrong? A filet steak lunch? I see. I don't see. I wonder what it means. Take lunch given. Okay, we gave lunch. Gave lunch away. All right, Bambina, you win. Ask anything. Smack. Finally, it seems like he's willing to talk. Let's talk. Mr. Marshall, you're in charge of security for the evidence room, right? You got good eyes, partner. It's an easy job, and I'm grateful for it. So Officer Meekins at the detention center told us. That poor little doggy. Poor guy, I keep getting his name wrong, calling him Meekly. He told us something. He said that when the stabbing occurred, you weren't at your station. Well, maybe I shouldn't be telling you this. But since I got demoted from detective 2 years ago, well, I might not look it, but I lost my fire for the job, you know? That's why he gets his fire from the little flask. So, what were you doing around 5:15 when the murder took place? Well, I reckon I was galloping down the highway on the back of my steed, Zippy. No, he was riding down the highway on his horse. No, it's a car. He named his car Zippy. Don't need for people here anyhow. These newfangled machines do a bang-up job keeping an eye on the place. You mean the security camera system? I don't take to machines much. Kind of like that stewed broccoli. They sneak in next to your steak, you know? I know it may be two of the machines in here do. Only 2 of them? There must be a dozen. Like I said, Bambina, these machines, well, I like them about as much as I like my stewed cauliflower with my steaks. The easiest ones to understand are these here security cameras. Those are the ones Officer Meekins mentioned. Nothing happens, the tapes are automatically erased every few hours. Officer Meekins, Detective Goodman, are they on one of those tapes? I reckon they might be. Mr. Security Guard, you reckon? One more thing. When you go into the evidence room, you need an ID card. There's a card reader by the door. The card reader leaves a record of every ID card that passes through. It's an ID card. That top one sounds fake. Hey, I've seen that somewhere before. Alright, Bambina, I can't show you more than that. Huh? haven't heard that this is related to the case yet. That's right, I saw a number on that record just now. I've seen that number before. Somebody I can prove that record is tied to the stabbing. Let's go ahead and talk to him. Sarah told us something. She said that you were a detective until 2 years ago. It was always my dream to be a rawhide wrangler on the scene of a crime. That's all gone now, like a drinking hole in a prairie fire. Okay. Still investigating the SL9 incident with Miss Starr, aren't you? That was my case. It's all solved on the record books, but it smells like a bad game of poker. I can't let it go. That's all there is to it. What kind of case was it anyway? We've heard the name so many times, but no one tells us what actually happened. There's some things you're better off not knowing, Bambina. Anyway, that case is officially dead as of 2 days ago. 2 days ago, the day of our case. That's right, the evidence transferals. Edward's talking about the transferals too. So can you explain what this whole transferal thing is about? We keep only evidence from solved cases in this room. They're kept here and under the presiding detective's supervision for 2 years. So we can reinvestigate them if it turns out there was a mistake, see? What happens to the evidence after 2 years? It goes to sleep forever in the underground vault at the county sheriff's department. That's what we call transferal. We do it every February. I see now. Transferal is like a funeral for old cases. 2 years after a case is solved, it's closed. Forever. Dead. Never to be reopened again. Never to be reinvestigated. And that happened to SL9 2 days ago. It's starting to come together, so somebody didn't want this case reopened. And it sounds like it's, Lana. Let's present this. See, this is the victim's ID card. Ah, the one that's on the ground in the parking lot. Number this is 5842189. So Marshall, show us that ID card record again. But wait. Okay, so we entered at 514, but Edgeworth showed up. The car showed up at 512. So if he was in the trunk, that means he was in the parking lot 2 minutes before this. It's a perfect match. She used it at 514. Right before the stabbing. It's more, there's only one of them cards in the world. When the incident occurred, Detective Goodman was in the evidence room. Wait, what did Officer Meekin say? Evidence room and asked the man to play his ID card. She asked, Detective Goodman show his ID card. What did he do? This thing. So he pointed a knife at me. His ID card then. Why would he have pointed a knife at Officer Meekins? Hi, compadre, you win. So I can give you this ID card record. Good idea. Maybe I should show this list to other people with IDs here. Well, let's go in. Entry room sector 3. It's quiet. The investigators move over here. Oh, look, there's a fishing pole. Remember the fishing pole? Is Missile in here? The evidence room? It really is kind of like a graveyard. Here is supposed to have grass and trees. This feels more like a morgue. That's right, Mr. Wright. You can't scare me. Eek! Whoa! Did you slap him? Sorry, I thought you were a ghost. I wouldn't recommend going around smacking ghosts on the head, pal. Is it true what I heard? Please do. Don't like selfish man. If anyone asks me, sir, can I borrow $50? I'll give you $50. No problem. So go ahead. Investigate the room until I knock yourself out. Yeah, it's true. So, Chief of Police Gant will loan anyone $50, even me? Oh, so that's what you were talking about. Actually, I was put in charge of the investigation for today. Just for today? Boss for a day. But guess what? You got permission from the chief, so now you're boss for a day. Gee, thanks. First of all, you'll want to have this. I got the floor plans. Alright, let's talk to him. Boss for a day. So good, you're boss for the day? That's right. It's an honor. After all, the murder took place right here in the police department. If you're the boss, why are you all alone? They're your underlings. They're using yesterday's findings to prepare for tomorrow's trial. In other words, you got kicked out of the investigation again. I'm adamant, though. I'm going to take control and put this case to rest. My own evidence locker, pal. You have a locker in here too, Detective Gumshoe? Of course, I'm a detective after all. They gave me a locker that only I can open, pal. Only you can open? It's more high-tech than you might think. Every locker is fixed so that only one detective can open it. Use your ID card? Well, that's the thing, pal. ID cards can be lost. Why, I'm on my 3rd card since entering the force already. That sounds like a lot. Maybe I can't lose my own right hand. Right hand? Oh, you mean your fingerprint. Exactly, pal. The lock for each locker is coded with a fingerprint. Who opened the locker? I heard it beep. So the locker we open is our own. Funny, they look like normal lockers. These are the latest model. There's a trick to the handles, you see? The handles? On the other side of the handles is a sensor, and if the wrong person touches it, you get a shock. That's what happened. My hand will be black and smoky every day. In any case, the locks aren't that obvious. There's some people on the force that don't know about the fingerprint locks. That's about Edgeworth. Leaving Edgeworth no matter what happens. So Mr. Edgeworth's with the inquiry committee right now, right? They're trying to figure out who's responsible for the mess up in court today. I see. This is what you call fate. Mr. Edgeworth just can't get away from that case. That case? Yeah, the case, the SO9 incident, of course. That was the beginning of the end for Mr. Edgeworth. Maybe we can get him to tell us more about the case. Alright, let's examine everything. Wow, look at this big pile of junk in the corner. Looks like a target dummy. A car door. That does look like a car door. A pair of handcuffs attached to the frame. The guy that caught with some sort of escape bars and he got away. Hey, this is one of the human profiles for target range testing. Even shot square in the forehead. Better him than us. Something sticking out of here. Like a shirt. Guess it must be evidence for some case. Where did Detective Gumshoe put this here? There you go, pal. Making me out to be some kind of slob. I'm not responsible for the evidence here, that said. But the evidence locker was open recently. How do you know? If you have things hang out like that, the evidence gets dirty or ripped. Guard checks on that kind of stuff and notifies the detective responsible. How many times have I had him breathing down my neck about some silly evidence? Detective Gumshoe leaves evidence hanging out a lot, too. He doesn't tuck in his shirt under that trench coat either. If you're going to talk behind someone's back, don't do it right in front of them, pal. That's actually the best place to talk behind someone's back, to their face. There's stuff with evidence, stuff with dreams. Not so sure about the dreams. Don't open. Did you ever think it would? Wow, our security is high-tech around here. Okay, we're not going to try all of them. Some bulky equipment is gathering dust here. Sorry, fishing pole this is. That's my personal pole. Never did get around to using it. Hey, I've seen that somewhere before. The metal detector from Gordy. Right, pal, this is the metal detector. The one that led to solving that case out in Cord Lake, remember? Alright. That feels like that was ages ago. And I don't think I've seen this one before. Oh, that's a bug sweeper. Sure will come in handy in solving some case sooner or later. A cheap-looking box? You can judge a person or a machine by the cover, you gotta look at their heart. When do you ever look at someone's heart? That's the door. We just came through. Looks like you don't need an ID card to get out. What would happen if Officer Marshall cut the power while we were inside? Hope he remembers we're in here. Alright, slide over. There's a bloody handprint there. What's this, blood? Worms, there's definitely a handprint here. Like someone tried to wipe it off. Right, what if there are other bloodstains left in the room? Use your testing fluid, check it out. Yeah, I was gonna do that after we inspect everything. This one's open, the red indicator light above the door is lit. The locker's coated with Detective Goodman's fingerprint. And Goodman's locker. You sure it's okay to leave it open like that? Well, it'd be hard to get it opening if we closed it. If they must have taken contact. How did they open it after it was, after he died? They took out the stuff in it. Must have broken something big to make all these pieces. Detective Gumshoe, perhaps? There you go, pal. Make me out to be some kind of hooligan. Apparently from the case. The case? The SO9 incident, pal. See a sticker on one of the pieces? There? Another piece of SO9 evidence. Take a closer look. What shape these pieces were in before whatever it was broke? Try to put it back together? Ha, good luck, pal. That's no job for amateurs. Must have been a good 3 hours now before I had to give up. So I always carry around a tub of glue. Tube of glue. Just like at the bottom. Try putting the rest in place. Oh, we actually have a puzzle. Okay. Let's see here. I gotta look at what fits there. There you go, piece 1. Rotate, alright, piece 2. Nope, no, it's not that piece. Looks like it's this piece. Alright, next piece. That actually looks like the right piece. Alright, this piece, is that this one? Oh, sorry. No, that's too big. What about this one? Alright, that piece. Oh, something on top. It's gotta be this one. I got this one. No, this one. I combine. It's this one. Is it? We're missing some pieces. We're missing a piece. Huh? I think we did it, but some of the pieces are missing. I got far 2 and 2 minutes myself. The problem is finishing it. Some pieces stolen? I thought they were missing to begin with. Still like the most stable kind of jar. I don't understand how it got broken. Unstable jar. Add a court record. That's gonna be extremely relevant. Someone left a glove here, but only one. Oh, that's an evidence glove. There you go, shoot. There you go, pal. Make me out to be some kind of absent-minded detective. That's evidence from the case, you know. Yes, and it does have a tag on it. Add to the court record. Is it solemn? Oh, this one here is making the thing. He made the thing since the dawn of time. Gerard has always been a war against oppression. Gerard, I noticed there's blue and yellow paint here. Perhaps we're witnessing the birthplace of Blue Badger. Well, you might say this is my studio. Here? The evidence room? Alright, anything else of note here? Before you start hosing everything down? Squeeze together, makes a jar. Two things bother me. One, wire so the piece is missing. Two, they seem a little unstable. No wonder it broke. Make sure to remember that next time I make a jar. Alright, let's see. Saw there. Alright, let's break out the spray. Oh wow, we gotta look at all these things. That's not gonna be helpful. Huh? This thing doesn't have a bottom. That's weird. I wonder which side is up. Oh yeah, what's the purpose of a bottomless jar? It doesn't collect dust inside, right? It kinda looks like a trophy. Hey look, they're hard to make out, but there's some dark red stains here. Looks like blood. You detected Goodman's blood? Someone got on this when he was stabbed? Yes, knees. Alright, Steve, successful. Not likely. This blood looks like it's been here for months, maybe longer. Stars evidence in the SO9 incident. That might be when the blood got on it. Alright, let's see. What about inspect the gloves? SO911. I guess it's another piece of evidence from that case. You know, I never did care for the word tag. It's confusing. Huh? I'm so confused about that. Tell me other words that sound like it? Bag, gag, nag, lag, zag. Is that even a word? Zag? Is that a word? Did you challenge me? Are we playing a word game now? Okay, that's it. Start spraying. Alright, so that is blood. I knew it. This is someone's right handprint. What? What's the matter, detective? This locker, it's mine. It's yours? Please. Tell me when they come take me away. Why don't you testify that I wouldn't harm a fly? You do that for me, won't you, pals? It's an important clue. I'll jot down the floor plans. Count on you guys. Believe me. You can't trust the police. What? But you're a detective. Well, I guess he would know, wouldn't he? Another handprint. Why am I getting a reaction here? There's no reason for the murderer to touch the spot if he fled out the door. This might be something significant. Hey, that's some pretty amazing stuff you got there, pal. What is this? It's called luminol testing fluid. Why'd you put your hands on that? Huh? I'd like to get some too. I just borrowed $50 from the chief. Where do you get this, Emma? I always buy it by mail order. I better jot this down in the floor plans. Any more lockers get touched? Alright, I don't think there's any more. Oh, there it is. I thought I sprayed over there before. That must have been one massive pool of blood. Never seen anything like it. I'm professional. What's your opinion, detective? Pale blue blood. Hey, Detective Goodman was actually an alien. This means something really happened in front of the locker. I make a note in the floor plans. Hey, if you didn't want my opinion, you shouldn't have asked. Alright, let's double check. Say one thing, speaking detective. I see a piece of evidence I know nothing about. I see nothing. Nothing. That's fine. Your bet's fine, pal. Okay. Can you take a look at this? This is ID card recaptured people who came in here on the day of the stabbing. I heard the rumors. Shows Goodman. Whoa! What is it? That second number. Not your ID number. Is it Detective Gumshoe? Mr. Edgeworth. What? Second number on this list belongs to Mr. Edgeworth. What? What? Her record updating the court record. How would Edgeworth have come to the evidence room? Alright, we got Edgeworth, we got Goodman. It's only 30 minutes before. Alright, let's go back. Let's present this again. Although I think he already saw it because he gave it to us. Cheers. He must fade the evidence about the only thing they trusted was their shooting hand. This is neither wild nor west here. I have that and this are two different things entirely. I guess so? Huh? I'm lost. I need some evidence to get anywhere with this guy. Alright, I gotta brush my tail again. We brush! Let me keep investigating. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, keep investigating. Alright, keep investigating. He's not helpful. Let's go back outside. We can try here. Oh, we can present this. We gotta get his ID number. Which one are you? Officer Meekins, could you take a look at this? I'm sorry, sir. Really sorry, but I have no idea what that is. Maybe you should ask Mr. Edgeworth, sir. Alright. You don't know your own ID number. Can we look at his ID? His ID is right there. No, we can't examine him. We can't look at his ID. We would know his ID number if we looked at his ID right there. Fine. We'll go here. Actually, I don't want to talk to her. Let's see if he's here. Nope, he's not here. Fine, let's present this to her and see if she knows. Take a look at this. You, yes. Oh, T. Nope. No good. Alright, there's gotta be something we're looking for. Is there anything else in the station? Is there anything else in here? Alright, present this. Okay, that no good. They don't believe in evidence. Can we look at the security cameras? A lot of monitors in here. There's 8 cameras in the evidence room in all. 1 for each section. Which monitor shows the section where the crime scene took place? On a cow sit before the rains come. It's not for man to know. What? Unless you're the security guard responsible. This guy's kind of useless. Sprinkle, it must be real. Let's keep your distance from Billy there. You're gonna liable to get hurt. Billy, the cactus has a name? But you're wearing your cowboy hat on your head. My rawhide cowskin 10-gallon hat. I just picked that up, but Billy took a fancy to it. I got stuck on the spines, he couldn't get it off. That's kind of funny. This swing door, it's like a Wild West saloon. Ah, fire department, we're closed for the day. Huh? I can go home now. I think Officer Marshall really wanted to be a Wild West bartender. I just wanted to say that. Jacket, pants, leather. Those aren't pants, those are chaps. And that's a poncho up there. Aha, a poncho. Sure looks cool, but the name is a little silly. Alright. Oh. Let's examine this. Why is this here? Look at the floor, it's lasso. I set it to trap something. I just rode me a steer with this here lasso. What? It was a bellowing moo, pal, moo. Take the gumshoe, I presume. Found the door. Turn on the card reader. Go have yourself out, bar partner. That is your real ID card. Can we? Do we have? Is that ID card in the evidence? Not here. He wrote 5'9". What is his ID number? .58. So he just write 9 by accident? There's gotta be something else here. Found extra scars, have him stretch a knife. Oh, jive, cheese cross shoes, gotta do such a thing. I didn't mean, I'm sure someone else did it. We already did this, okay. My kind achievement, my masterpiece, you might say. But, art's always misunderstood, pal. Art? He danced proud on the day of the award ceremony. There were a lot of people coming and going after the ceremony. They took the blue badger away for a while. Really? Why? I said it was shameful or something like that. Shameful. I told night and day. Sometimes Detective Gumshoe, but I can see why they moved it. Is there anything we can present? I say one thing. Okay. No good. Can't open the lock if it locks the fingerprint doesn't match. If you can open it, they'll give you 50 cents. The police department lacks faith in the lock system. Detective Goodman was stabbed here after opening his locker. At the same time, he was found dead at the prosecutor's office. What do we do? What is the answer here? Let's spray some more and see if we find some more blood. I'm not seeing anything useful here. Can we not present him anything that'll sway him? Alright, so it's useless. I don't know. What do you want? I keep getting stuck here. I sprayed everything I can, though, so I don't know what else could be. Yeah. Alright, we're gonna move back and see what our friend thinks we should do. Again, oh well, it's not, you know. How can the woman be killed in 2 ways simultaneously? Well, you see, the police were in the evidence room, was it? That's where we just were. There's gotta be something more in here. Scars, your number so I can never relax. I'm because you always lose your card. I'll just get my secret number too. Scary, huh? I used to be ID enough. What's the world coming to? Detective Gumshoe, rebel against the system. Alright, no good. What can we do? I don't see anything new here. I thought we were just brute forcing it. Have I presented him with literally everything? It's Victor's ID card. Who's on the guy in the parking lot? Number list 584219. Where I did that. Okay, we can skip. Wait, what if we go out here? Is anybody here we can talk to? Alright. Which desk is his? Here's a cassette tape. After the gunshot was a fake. Though no one will expect a cassette tape in this day and age. Not writing a report, he's writing a novel. Pretty sure we already hosed this place down. No blood in here. Okay. Answer me, how many fingers do you see? Sorry, I don't know. It's 20 for the left, nowhere near that for the right. Your glasses, officer. Salute is an eye test. They make a good pair. They're doing something different every time we see them. It's kind of funny. Sign on the police station. I'm jumping in a movie. No. I think it's all the same. Okay, we got nothing new here. It's probably the same message. Alright, so let's move. I guess move in. I thought I presented him with everything. Maybe we need to do it to get gumshoe. I keep bouncing because I'm not sure what to do here. No turns badge. She said every time we meet, pal, they'll make sure they're a police badge. Enough said. That's bad. Even ID card would be nice. Oh, why didn't we do that? Wait, we can examine it? What the back of the badge looks like? I saw it had a safety pin. There's a number carved into it. That way you can tell which attorney it belongs to. You can lend your badge to anyone? That'd be found out right away. That's no fun. Wait, can I... Wait, how did I move that? I didn't know you could move that thing. How do you move it? These letters. Cypress Goodman. Yabba dab. See? Wouldn't that be better? There's something reading to it. Exactly my point. T. Very much to amuse her. That's something about. I don't remember. That's it. That's the King of Press reward. Yep. Okay, we already went through all this. We've seen all this stuff. Alright. It says Mr. Edwards' first vacation 2 years ago. That's the first time the world. Edwards has been appear. Why would Edwards try a case right now? It's not over, pal. Maybe there's some loose ends left in that case. Okay, nothing good there. Nothing good there. Can you tell us about it? Miss Starr is quite the lady. I remember back when it was winter. I was 16. She was the only one who ever got me to talk about what happened. 16, that's how old I am now. What happened? But technically, I'm sure we wore a trench coat in high school, too. Nothing good. Got it. Knife. I know nothing about that. The second number is Mr. Edgeworth. What? Second round list belongs to Mr. Edgeworth. Here, I just went over that. Okay, nothing there. Pretty sure we're doing all this stuff. Alright, let's go to the back to the parking garage. That's the only place I can't think of anything. Maybe we can rattle her. There's T. Didn't look. Alright, T. More T. Always more T. More T. She said the same thing over and over again. I got no idea. Alright, let's move up, maybe. What do you mean we're stuck? I'm still stuck. I mean, we already looked at all this. Did I present him everything? Oh no, I didn't mean to do that again. Wait. I think I just noticed something. Hold on. Are there 2 numbers on there? Hold on. Hold on. So this is Meegan's. He came in twice. So why did he come in twice? That's gotta be Meekin's. He said he saw this guy in there and followed him in. That means he was here before. Alright. What am I missing? We've already been over everything. Can we ask him to open his locker? Oh, there we go. We got something new. That was a bloody violent case. Violent. So it's a murder. Serial killing. Maybe I don't want to get involved in this after all. The killer made a mistake, and Mr. Edward built his case around that to nab him. This was 2 years ago? That put Mr. Edward right in the spotlight and started the rumor mill. Rumors about forged evidence. Supposed to be all cleaned up with the transfer the other day. It's the last job he ever did. Detective Goodman, that is. Huh? What do you mean? Detective Goodman was the detective in charge of the SO9 incident, you see? So, that switchblade knife. The victim took the knife out of the evidence locker himself. But look at the time. Is there something you need to be going to? Mr. Edwards' inquiry committee should be letting out soon. I'm gonna go give them my report for the day. That's a restaurant menu. Might help, you know. Report? You mean the note written on the back of that flyer? One that says nothing but no problems? It's Mr. Edwards we're talking about. I'm sure he can use a report like this. But believe in him. He needs enemies when you've got friends like Detective Gumshoe. I'm off, pal. Later. Okay, we progressed. I see what the Edgeworth has to say, too. Alright, where do you think he is? Here? Think he's back in his office? Think he's here? You think he's in the underground parking lot? His car's still here. I mean, I guess he's not taking his car. Alright, we got progress. You! The bellboy's here. I guess my apologies. Oh, it's you. Have we met somewhere? Huh? Mr. Edgeworth, I beg your leave so long. Is Edgeworth here? They're standing by the window with a teacup in his hand. Right. Has the hotel bring him tea service? Mr. Edgeworth, you're back from the district prosecutor's office inquiry? I am. By the way, Detective Gumshoe was looking for you. Ah, yes, he brought me this latest information, it seems. Really? Was it helpful? Apparently a new French restaurant is opening near here. I think he's trying to console me somehow. Cookie! Nom 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 nom. Cookie. Ate a cookie. The real info is on the other side, Edgeworth. Poor Mr. Edgeworth, I think this whole thing is really taking a toll on him. Inquiry Committee. How'd the Inquiry Committee go? Actually, they decided to treat this not as a case of concealing evidence, but as a communications error during their investigation. Concealing evidence. Apparently there are some who believe that I concealed evidence. Cookies, all donut. Yeah, you didn't see the other side. The chocolate's on the other side. Oh, we got, this is Cyberfox, right? They gave me a warning. You were lucky this time. Again. Again. I've heard them say that so many times. Ever since that case 2 years ago. You okay for the trial tomorrow? I'm still the presiding prosecuting attorney. However, something happened. They gave control of the investigation over to the police department. Police department? Yes, any further investigation for this case will be directed by the chief of police, Gant. I can nothing but wait for his results. I see. Why I ask you? Why? All along I've only done what I believe is right. I have nothing to be ashamed of. But still, I've never seen him slip this out of sorts. Right, please, I'm the prosecutor in this case. You don't expect me to sit here and discuss the case with you over a cup of tea. I'll pass on tea, just tell me about the case. That's right, Mr. Edwards told you no in a very polite manner. I'm sending you on anyway. I just show him my best evidence I can get some reaction out of him. Alright, I'd better check this now. I was saying, what's this? Record of ID card usage? Edward, you went to the evidence room that day, didn't you? Just before the incident occurred, no less. Yes, that's true. Why, Mr. Edgeworth? Please don't look at me like that. I was asked to go. My Chief Gant, no less. Chief of Police. He wanted evidence for a case that wrapped up half a year ago. Tell me he wanted me to keep it here in the prosecutor's office. But it was solved, right? It would have to be if this evidence was already filed. She was never one to explain himself. In any case, on the day of the stabbings, I brought this back here. Guess what kind of case it was? I can't say. But it has nothing to do with this current case. How do we know? Now I'm curious about this other case. I better make a note of it. Unrelated evidence, screwdriver added to the court record. Term as always, I told you this has nothing to do with the current case. Now we got 3 pages of evidence. AI-16. What's that got to do with anything? Nothing apparently. At least that's what Edward said. Well, that makes it seem all the more suspicious. Who knows, this might be trying to be the clue that breaks the case. Wouldn't that be nice? It's a screwdriver. Can I present something else? Please, I'm frustrated. Okay. Okay, 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 no good, no good, no good. Okay. Alright, she's gone. We go back to the detention center. I still think they should do something when I present to him. Anything new? He's gone. He's gone. Nothing new here. Oh, I went the wrong way. Alright, it's gotta be Edgeworth. So we gotta do something with Edgeworth. I know you probably got a hold of some information already, right? It has to do with that case you're on, the SO9 incident, and some dark suspicion you're wrapped up in. You're the man who revived the worst memory of my life. They're gonna be telling you about this sooner or later. He was talking about his father's murder in that elevator. Okay, Edgeworth, why don't tell me about it? Tell me the truth. SO9 incident was a heinous serial killing case. The head of the investigation was the deputy chief of police at the time, Damon Gant. That wacky old coot was involved in the case 2 years ago too then. He was a top officer and he's my first time working with him. I was nervous. I get nervous too, Mr. Edgeworth. What I want to know is why was the deputy chief of police on the investigation? In truth, I used slightly more extreme methods than normal. I'm dealing with a vicious murderer. If I let him go, the blood will be on my hands. We won our guilty verdict, and the killer was executed. Wait, you didn't? Of course not. I didn't touch the evidence. Guess I would do anything in my power to win a trial. However, I do have a code, and I follow it faithfully. Lily, Emma. Chief Prosecutor wanted to know something. My sister? What? If you were still studying forensic science. Huh? Yes, of course. Why did you say, Mr. Wright, now we're using this luminol testing fluid, Well then, you might have use for this. Luminol powder for taking fingerprints. And chemically treated for better adhesion. For me? Are you sure? We are the enemy, you know. No say in today's investigation. Do as you will. Edgeworth, I'm really... You thank me. Take your powder and these fingerprint files and for everyone involved. Thanks. How about giving those to Detective Gumshoe as well? Let's get going. One last investigation. Right. Didn't remember seeing a suspicious handprint somewhere. Alright, let's go. Alright, let's go ahead and dust the phone. Just be safe. Kinda looks like a giant lollipop. Alright, we can't use it here. Let's go here. Let's gonna turn up a suspicious headprint. Here in the spot on the detective's evidence locker. She's a secret weapon we just borrowed. How do we use it? Right, let's get started. First, choose a finger. A finger? Each finger lives behind a slightly different imprint. Choose a finger that will leave behind the clearest print. Take a glance. Choose a finger. This finger. Okay, now it's time to check for prints. Show you how it's done. Trying to get that sparkle in her eyes. First, you sprinkle this aluminum powder around. Huh? How do you do that? With enter. See? Outside, that did the trick. The aluminum powder adheres completely to its print. Once powder is well spread, just blow away the excess. Huh? How to do that? With E. Exciting, I know. Imagine blowing out the candles on a birthday cake. See? Wow. It's like a fun. It might take some getting used to, though. Fine, it won't get up your nose or anything. Just pour the powder on thick and blow it away the extra. It's the basic fingerprinting, Mr. Wright. So better give it a try. I'm pretty sure you don't blow on it. Really? Oh, you did. You found one. But this looks not like a fingerprint. I guess it doesn't. What does it mean? I think it means we're out of luck. Out of luck. Where'd you left this handprint? Must have worn gloves. We've been wasting our time here. Hey, calm down. This goes sometimes with scientific investigations. But it seems a shame. While we're at it, why don't we look for other prints? Other prints? Look at the locker door again closely. Oh, isn't there a smudge right there? It's outside the bloody handprint as well. Some kind of clear print. It's outside the blood. Alright. Dust it up. Not good enough? Hey, a print so clear, it's dazzling. Dazzling. This print looks like took a lot of effort to find. Matched up right away. We're not done yet? This is quite a process. There's no point in finding a fingerprint. Treeborn did it! We now know the Treeborn did it. Case closed. Not knowing who the other owner is, right? I guess she's right. Look at fingerprint data we got from Mr. Edgeworth. Point out the person you think left these prints. Huh? How am I supposed to know who it was? Make a pretty good guess. But a handprint and fingerprint are in different places, right? These prints probably don't have anything to do with our case. So fingerprints most likely found in his evidence locker. Not that. Not that. Not that. Apparently it's Gumshoe. Looks like Gumshoe to me. I gotta sneeze. My fingerprint is a mystery. My hands are cold. Aha! These prints belong to Detective Gumshoe. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? Gave me the so what look. I guess that's probably because I'm thinking so what. I guess we can come up with nothing this time. There's always next time. Sometimes you hit, sometimes you miss. You gotta roll with the punches, Mr. Wright. Thanks for the sympathy. Wait, remember correctly. There's one other handprint in this room. Let's check it out. We've got aluminum fluid reaction, right? Right. There's a handprint here. Okay. Let's try using this. Your eye sparkling again. Check for prints. It's a spirit. Oh, but I have to warn you about something first. What? The area with the blood was wiped away, right? We end up finding it using chemical means. Any prints in that area we have been wiped away too. Oh, right. Means no prints. Hey, probability of your hypothesis is high? Don't ask me. Anyway, let's try to find prints that weren't wiped away. Prints other than the ones left by the bloody hand. I don't see anything. I assume you're supposed to be able to see it. I'm looking. I don't see anything. Dust it! Just cover the whole thing with white. It's like Christmas. I really didn't get all of it. I put so much dust down. Alright, we're looking for fingerprint. Okay, I didn't mean to compare. I'm trying to switch. Compare! Fingerprints, whose are they? Who's someone I know? It's Officer Marshall. Huh? Officer Jake Marshall? Fingers added to the court record. This gotta be a coincidence. He's not involved in the crime. Emma. Slightly different from Detective Gumshoe's prints. The luminol reacts to the blood and the fingerprints are in the same place. Oh, so we have Jake Marshall's fingerprints on a wiped blood stain. Why was Officer Marshall? Looks like our investigation finally turned up some results. Guess it's what you call decisive evidence. I don't believe it. To be continued. This is turning rough. Alright, now we got court. What do you think, Mr. Wright? I think the prosecution is as confused as we are. After all, the victim was murdered in 2 different places at the same time. And a different suspect was arrested at each of the crime scenes. Lana! Come over, Mr. Wright. I apologize for yesterday. I was indisposed. Hope they didn't hold you too long for questioning. We just finished, actually. I used to all-nighters, though. So how'd it go? Since Mr. Wright suspects the police are clueless. I figured as much, so I struck a plea bargain. Plea bargain? What do you mean by that? We agreed that if I told them the truth behind this simultaneous murder, they wouldn't see capital punishment. That's what I mean, Emma. Alana, don't tell me you... Much to my regret, I'm as much in the dark about this as they are. This guy. We found trace evidence of a certain person in the police department's evidence room. They belonged to Officer Jake Marshall. What kind of trace evidence? Bloodstained fingerprints, to be exact. That's the trump card I have up my sleeve today. You do understand what this means, don't you? In order to defend my sister, you're going to accuse Mr. Marshall? You have to play the cards we're dealt, isn't that right, Miss Skye? Do what you have to do, Mr. Wright. Courtroom number 9. Objection! Oh, court's now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Skye. This is ready, Your Honor. Prosecution is... Humph. Humph? I'm afraid you'll have to clarify. It's 30 minutes by car to reach the police department from the prosecutor's office. If the victim, Bruce Goodman, was slain at both places at the same time. It's not physically possible, is it? What's more, I hear the victim from the evidence room just disappeared. His body eventually reappeared in the trunk of Mr. Edgeworth's car. Wow. This one is a messed up trial. What I do is prosecutors present impartial evidence. Today I'll present evidence relating to the murder of the police department. So doing, I believe the way in which we should proceed will reveal itself. Now that's what set Mr. Edgeworth apart. He sounds so on top of things, even though he doesn't know what's going on himself. That's supposed to be an admirable trait? Very well, let the trial resume. On the day of the crime, what exactly transpired at the police department? Mr. Edgeworth, you may call your first witness of the day to the stand. For its first witness, the prosecution calls the suspect in the murder that occurred at the police department. The suspect, you mean the so-called murderer? Oh boy. Things are getting wild from the get-go. I hope they took away his megaphone. They did not. Williams, please state his name and occupation. Yes, sir. I'm Officer Mike Meekins, sir. My occupation is, that'd be murderer, sir. So you're telling us you're a professional killer? Sir, it's me, sir. I'm the one who did it. I'll never kill anyone again, sir. You've got to believe me, sir. They did not take his megaphone away. Actually, what I'd like to hear from you is, sir, I'm what you would call part of a younger generation, sir. A person whose actions adults can't possibly comprehend. Please, Mr. Edgeworth, sir, help me, sir. Officer Meekins. Yes, sir. Give us your report of the crime. Consider that an order. Yes, sir. As you wish. So I'm part of a generation that must be told what to do, sir. You can't fault him for lack of enthusiasm. My crime report, sir. Although it's not my normal duty, I was assigned to guard the evidence room that day. I spotted a suspicious man on the security screen and rushed into the room. I was only doing what I was trained to do, sir. Suddenly attacked. I fought for my life. Then I did it. After that, I passed out until another officer smacked me awake. So the victim, Detective Goodman, attacked you. Do to others before they do unto you. That's the Meekins family motto, sir. I see. You fainted and a colleague helped you regain your consciousness. Yes, sir. He knocked me upside the head, sir. Very well. Vince may begin his cross-examination. I need here's more info to work with. Alright, let's go. It's not my normal duty. I was assigned to guard the evidence room that day. Hold it! Mr. Meekins, you work in the General Affairs Department, do you not? Yes, sir. I'm in charge of hiring new recruits, sir. Yikes, now there's a scary thought. And transfer was taking place on the day of the crime, which meant many officers were given special tasks not ordinarily performed. I was in charge of guarding the Blue Badger, sir. The Blue Badger? Yes, sir. That lovely police mascot created by the Chief Detective, sir. I was to ensure it wasn't broken in the transferal process. That was my sole mission for today. That's not what he said. I see. Sounds like a very important mission. After the award ceremony finished that day, there's so many people running around that I relocated the Blue Badger to the evidence room. Oh, that's why I went to the evidence room. Tell us, what did you see when you got there? I spotted a suspicious man on the security screen and rushed into the room. Into the evidence room. You need an ID card, am I correct? Yes, sir. I have one right here around my neck. So then, your ID number should be listed on here, right? There it is. I found it. This one right here. Please read this number. Yes, sir. It's 489-89596. That's my number, sir. I see. Huh? Number 49. It's shown as being used twice. Please explain, witness. It's no real mystery, sir. First time was when I relocated the Blue Badger to the evidence room. Second time was when I went to go get him after everything settled down. I see. So during that second time when... Yes, sir. That's when I spotted the man on the security screen. Okay. I was only doing what I was trained to do, sir. I was suddenly attacked. So you were attacked. Can you explain? Please tell us exactly what happened to you. A knife, sir. A knife. Detective Goodman pulled a knife on you. What happened then? When you charged in on him like that, he looked as surprised as I was. You're exactly the kind of person someone would want to run into. That's how I reacted, sir. I swung my arms like an octopus, struggling to detain him. That's how I got this gash from my hand. If you just kept your cool, your hand wouldn't be. I saw the blood trickling down my arm. I panicked. I grabbed the man by his collar. I fought for my life, then I did it. What exactly do you mean by when you say you did it? And I don't look the type, but I'm really into kung fu films, sir. Man let his guard down for just an instant. So I snatched his knife from him. You took his knife? I spun him around and performed a disarming maneuver. I made sure to close my eyes like a man. Okay. I see, he must have been desperate. Next thing I knew, his white coat was drenched in a sea of my blood. And then, the next thing I knew... Yes? He punched me right in my face, sir. After that, I passed out until another officer smacked me awake. About what time did you regain consciousness? No offense, sir. How am I supposed to know that? I was unconscious. According to the report from the officer, witness about 5:30. You were right in the head, too. Woke up crying tears of pain. It's nice, sir. I mean, it's nice you recovered, that is. I came around, though. I made sure to finish my mission, sir. Your mission? Yes, sir. Blue Badger, sir. I returned to interest before things got out of hand. Well, we can all rest easy now. Now I have a fairly accurate picture of what happened. Yes, Your Honor. Only one thing remains unclear. Was the man this officer murdered really the victim? He's got a point. Yes, Officer Meekins? Regard that, sir. Take a look at this. It was sent to my jail cell. Chief Gate delivered to me this morning, sir. Chief? Delivered it? What is that? A videotape? Yes, sir. That's absolutely right, sir. A videotape, sir. It's footage from the security camera in the evidence room.
Objection!
What? I specifically asked if there was such a tape, and was told it had been mistakenly erased. It's quite a mistake. Actually, I'm told, sir. It's the only thing I'm really good at. My communication with the police department is as good as ever. Well, let's see what's on the tape! Yeah, let's have a look. This video of you murdering the victim. Oh, please stop using that word murder, sir. It scares me. A video of a real murder. Just what are we getting ourselves into? Alright, that's at 5:14. The glove falls out. He's got a baton. Why did he use the baton? We're not gonna see it, are we? No, we look away, we can't see it. What are we supposed to make of that? I don't believe we're all thinking the same thing. How can we deal with these unsettling feelings stirred within us? What the hell was that wiggling piece of plywood? Sir, that's the pride and joy of the entire criminal affairs department, sir. It's the Blue Badger, sir. Why am I not surprised this isn't going smoothly? Okay, security video. Well, anyway, the tape seems to prove that witness did indeed encounter, or someone, in the evidence room. Activity. Your Honor, instead of relying on clearly incomplete footage, witness's testimony will suffice. Is that right with you, Officer Meekins? Yes, sir. As you wish, sir. The mystery man. Okay. His face can't be clearly seen in the video. But there's no question that the other person was Detective Goodman's. You don't know that. He opened the locker, which required Detective Goodman's fingerprints to do. That's a good point. Locker he opened is unquestionably Detective Goodman's locker, sir. So unless we have, no one else could have unlocked it. Something about a fingerprint. Each detective has been given a locker equipped with a fingerprint-activated lock. These locks ensure that each lock can only be opened by the detective it belongs to. Intriguing. That would mean... Even if the crime scene would have had been... I gotta see something. Can we check this again? Okay. I wish we could fast forward this a little bit. The light's on. Why is the light on this locker? It's not locked. The light was on before it started. Glove falls out. He comes in. The music's gone. Alright, I just want to see if the locker closed. Did the locker close? This is what I want to see. Was the locker closed or open? Open. Okay. It stayed open. Okay. Victim of the crime scene would have to have been Detective Goodman. Very well. This may begins cross-examination. Now the cross-examination will lead. Everything begins with contradictions. That's where I have to start. Alright, let's go. His face can't be clearly seen in the video. Okay, were you able to get a good look at him? at the face of the man who attacked you with a knife. Sir, if you must label people as having seen or not seen the man's face, I would classify it as the latter. So you didn't see him. The latter, but you were standing right in front of him, were you not? More to the point, you are the person who fought him, aren't you? Oh yes, sir, but I didn't get a clear look at his face, sir. I'm not the kind of guy who looks directly at people when talking with them, you see. Yeah, that's a good trait for a police officer. So I'm sure it was him. I bet my badge on it. There's no question. The person Detective Goodman, sir. But you never met him. How do you know? You don't know that for sure, do you? You never actually saw Detective Goodman's face. Well, I suppose you might say that. As if you must label people as having seen or not seen it. Face can't be identified on the video. Only you can verify it. Why is everyone looking at me? I have to label your shares as disturbing or... Meekins! Irk! Having been shown a questionable video at best, we are not in the best of moods. Now please be more certain when you testify. Yes, sir. You claim this man who brandished a knife on you was Bruce Goodman. Tell us why you're positive it was him. I mean, he opened the locker, which requires Goodman's fingerprint to do. The lockers, is there no other way to open them? No, sir. I myself tried all the kinds of methods in the past. I responded to registered fingerprints, sir. What kind of methods he's tried? He opened the lockers. The only response to his registered fingerprints. He must be the person the locker was assigned to. Back my point, sir. This too. He opened his unquestionably Detective Goodman's locker. I know the information. Heard rumors, sir, from people in the know, sir. People in the know? Workers in the department of cafeteria, sir. They kept me informed. I also listed my romantic troubles, sir. For the record, the open locker did indeed belong to Detective Goodman. Verify this information through a more reliable source. He opened the locker with his own fingerprint. Must have been him. No one else could have unlocked it. However, the most important detail is not shown in the video, the man's face. Sir, let me say something. Sir, please do. After all, you're the one being examined. I understand why the man's face is so important in this case, sir. It was his hand that opened the fingerprint log. It was his hand that tried to thrust a knife into my body, sir. My unsettled state can testify enough to this, sir. Yes, you have a point. The footage doesn't lie. That is, unless the defense can find a problem with it. That's right. Let's check the code record again. Your problem with the security video? There's a problem. Regarding the video contained on this tape, there's one thing in particular that seems rather strange. Strange? Contradiction leads to the possibility that may or may not have been Detective Goodman. What? The video contains such a contradiction? Interesting. Your Honor, I have a proposal. Yes, Mr. Edworth. Suppose we have the defense point out to this alleged contradiction video. Yes, okay. He would want me to point it out. Proposal accepted. Let's further inspect this piece of evidence. I now play a security tape. Right? Please show us the contradiction you speak of. Point out the problem with the video. It's the first time I've ever had to do that. Do it, Mr. Wright. Set up so you can fast forward, rewind, or pause. Okay, good. Take a good look at. Be sure to point out the right thing. You don't play it too many times. I can't stand watching this video. That's how I've become a police officer. Please enlighten us. Where's the contradiction that negates the thing? Alright, backspace, pause. Go, 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 go. Pause. Right there. Present. The thing that's strange about this video has got to be this. Officer Meekins. Sir, do you mean me, sir? No, the other Officer Meekins. I understand the locker apparatus works like this. When you grab the handle, a sensor reads your fingerprint. If it's a match, the light turns on and the lock is released. According to my very limited experience, that's the way I understand it, sir. If so, then something is seriously wrong with this picture. Bum, bum, bum. There! Tried to point out again. There's no, like, controls or anything. I'm assuming it just goes. Reaches the handle to open the locker. Let's try it a little earlier. Rewinding. Dun, dun. They're really making the most out of this video. Like, look, we made animation. Here, notice the light? What's this? It's already on, already lit. Precisely my point, Your Honor. The locker was already open before the victim grabbed the handle. You sound like a chicken. Order, order. What's the meaning of this? It's very simple, Your Honor. The locker wasn't locked on the day of the crime. The Badger was the real killer? Maybe. The locked locks are controlled by an electronic system. When a door is shut, a sensor is triggered. And the locker is automatically locked. Oh, I know. It must have broken down. Of course, I'm not an expert in this. It's not likely, Your Honor. The system will detect and report any malfunction. Oh well. Just goes to show novices should keep their mouths shut. Then, Mr. Wright, do you have an explanation? Me, Your Honor? Yes. Why is the locker locked? Me, Your Honor? I'm gonna go with what you said. It's the glove. Yes, well, you see, this isn't exactly my field. What do you think, Mr. Scientific Investigator? Huh? Maybe something like jam the system sensor? Something? Jam the sensor? Say, something else seemed out of place in the video. I thought so too. There's gotta be another clue somewhere in the footage. Very well. Let's inspect the video once more. It was locked, Mr. Wright, please. Alright, let's fast forward. Enter. Pause, right there. Take that! Please watch closely. This is a continuation of the part I showed you earlier. Ah! Why do we have to go all the way back here? Right there. What's this? Something white fell out of the locker. But sir, it's been my experience that things fall out when doors are opened. I often fall out and roll something. I can't be sure that locker was completely inside the locker to begin with. I'm sure that item was completely inside the locker to begin with. What do you mean? Sensor triggers the lock when the door is shut. What if something was inserted, say... No, I've already looked at the badger a lot. Between the sensor and the door. Inserted? Ah! Frosty's back to throw nuts again. Oh, there it is again. Also, hey Ash! How's it going? This white thing wasn't inside the locker. It was stuck between the door and the sensor. I understand now, sir. Just like my tie. Tried 3 times to get stuck in the door when I get out of my patrol vehicle, sir. How did your tie get stuck in the door? You're leaving? Okay, bye, Frosty. Instead of the door closing, my tie chokes me. The objects have to be extremely thin to fit in the door. Not only that, it would also have to block electric currents. You need to be an insulator, like a rubber glove? It's insulator. But the crime scene, there just might have been something that fits the description. I'm doing good. But sir, by insulator, you don't mean... I think I finally got this figured out. Very well, defense, please present the relevant evidence. What's the insulator stuck in the door? The glove. Extremely thin rubber glove. Fancy locker, thin rubber glove. We can't be sure that was in the victim's locker. Has a tag that says SO9 incident. Video seems to depict the victim opening the locker. But that isn't the case. The lit lamp attests to this. On the day of the crime, even I could have opened that locker. It's not so, Officer Meekins? Sir, it would appear so, sir. Sounds like a chicken. Order, order, order! So what do we believe, then, that the victim, whom this witness stabbed in the evidence room, was not Detective Goodman? Ah! More nuts! Do not mean misled, Your Honor. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? Defense has merely demonstrated the possibility and nothing more. The victim of the video is indeed Bruce Goodman. The prosecution will offer one more testimony to prove this. What? Officer Meekins, please testify about this. Sir, me, sir? I'm not sure what you're referring to, sir. Oh, you mean that, sir? Of course, sir. Is this a joke? Very well, begin your testimony. Mystery Band 2! There's one other thing that proves the man was Detective Goodman, sir. To enter the evidence room, one must use their ID card. When an ID card is used, there's a record of it. Time the crime detective had used his card. ID card record. I see. I have the ID card record right here, Your Honor. He used it 515 is out of the victim. Just before the crime, Yes, without doubt, this is the victim's ID. However, one thing does strike me as unusual. Several hundred cases should have been due for transferal. Why were there so few people using this room? This particular evidence room is only used for storing certain special cases. Special cases? Extremely violent cases involving police staff. Just hearing that makes my hair stand on end. Me too, although it doesn't make much of a difference. Yeah, because his hair's always pretty spiky. There are only a few cases up for transfer there, and most were cleared up by noon. Right. I see. Now let's move on to the cross-examination. Alright, we got this. We got this. So, one other thing that proves the man was Detective Goodman, sir. So, like your earlier testimony, you believe this to be rock solid, do you? Yes, sir. Solid as a stone, sir. My hand wasn't wrapped in bandages. I didn't even give the V for victory sign, sir. Can he just use his right hand for that? Let's hear him out fully. As you've seen, one never knows what he might say until the very last second. Ooh, everyone wants your ID card. Is that card hanging from your neck one of the ID cards? Yes, sir. Is that card right next to my cuff, sir? Keep it here so I won't ever forget it. What if someone were to steal it from you, keeping it out in the open like that? Maybe I shouldn't wear it around my neck. Remember when I said 2 out of 3 times my tag is stuck when I get out of my car? Well, the remaining time, it's my ID card that's stuck. The door closes, my ID chokes me. I should just leave this alone. You're right, each police officer only has one ID card. Both the police department and the prosecutor's office can attest to this. Please proceed with your testimony. When an ID card is used, there's a record of it. Let me know this is the record that it's referring to. Let me see, yes, that'd be Detective Goodman. What's the matter? According to this, Mr. Edgeworth, your name is on here. So it is, Your Honor. Not that prosecutor again. Hey, am I that man in blue a murderer? Wait, am I not the... I'm the man in blue. You got the wrong color, kid. Oh, yeah. It would seem the inquiry committee will want to speak with you again today. And nothing to be ashamed of regarding my actions or their consequences. Now let's continue with the cross-examination. Poor Mr. Edgeworth, this must be so difficult for him. At the time of the crime, the detective had used his card. Earlier, I believe when you testified when you asked the man to show his ID card. He pulled a knife on you. Yes, sir. He didn't show me any ID card, sir. Don't you think that's odd? I mean, if he had his ID card, all you had to do was show it to you. There wouldn't be any reason to draw a knife. Maybe he just panicked. Everything stems from contradictions. Let's point them out. What do you think? I'm confused. What? The problem with this ID card testimony is far too obvious. It's like Edgeworth missed something like this. Thinking too hard about it. Come on, let's show them what we've got. Present! Come on, Mr. Mickens. I'm not good at waiting, sir. I have the victim's ID card right here. I found it at the crime scene. That makes sense. When I say crime scene, I'm not referring to the evidence room at the police department. I mean the other crime scene. The underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. Your Honor, I have one more piece of evidence to present. It's a very important clue regarding the victim's ID card. The lost item report. It's only half completed. But it shows that Detective Goodman had lost something on the day of the crime. Something important enough to fill out this report. Let me guess. You believe this is something to be his ID card, right? I can't say for sure, but there's a high probability. On the day of the crime, Detective Goodman was not carrying his card. Oh, look at that! We got a Miko! Order, order. So what does this all mean? It can only mean one thing. It doesn't even require much thought. The main Officer Meekins encountered in the evidence room was not Detective Goodman, but rather the man who stole his ID card. Order, order. Does the prosecutor have a response? I have only one thing to say in his defense. Bravo, Mr. Wright. Bravo. Allow me to summarize the defense's argument. 5:15 p.m. on the day of the crime. The man in the evidence room, Officer Meekin's encounter was not Detective Goodman. There are two grounds to support this. First, the locker in the evidence room was already unlocked. Second, the victim lost his ID card. Am I correct so far, Mr. Wright? Yes? What's he up to? I mean, the case, we must have never arrived at a single conclusion. The victim in this video is fake, and the murder in the evidence room is also fake. In other words, the security camera does not show the incident of the murder. I guess that's right. Anything wrong, Mr. Wright? The most you seem content to be pointing your finger around. This isn't going to end well. Well, I seem to finally realize exactly what you're going to something to prove. Blame yourself, Mr. Edgeworth. Goodness has already done the explaining for me. Thinking this video is a fake. It means the murder did not take place at the police department at 5:15 on the day of the crime. But we can prove it did! So, the crime can only take place at one location in the underground parking lot, at the prosecutor's office. The murderer being Miss Lana Skye, the defendant. Evidence is compelling. Just where the witness observed the moment the defendant used the murder weapon. Ah. Objection! I knew that testimony was way too shabby. It's all trapped at the beginning. Activities in the evidence room still leaves many questions unanswered. Who exactly was the victim Officer Meekins encountered? And where did this person disappear to? However, Charles' purpose examined only the murder of Detective Goodman. Just so, Your Honor. That's right, you have to do something else, Lana. What'd I do? How am I supposed to get myself out of this mess? Object!
Objection!
One moment, Your Honor. What now, Mr. Wright? Don't tell me you're objecting to what you've just proven. Of course not. But I almost walked right into your prosecution's trap. What are you talking about? This cross-examination has proven one thing and one thing only. Security video does not show the actual murder. Because it cuts away. It also doesn't show the person leaving. However, it cannot be said that it's unrelated to the murder in the parking lot. Specifically, large amounts of blood traces were found in the evidence room. The defense demands further examination into the truth of the matter. Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. If this court were to examine this further, other witnesses would be necessary. Prosecution prepared? I'm sorry, Your Honor. Prosecution considered the incident of the police department to be unrelated. We have not prepared any other witnesses for this incident. This just might be my chance. Time to call a certain Texas Ranger to the stand. Mr. Wright, do you mean... Your Honor, Vince would like to request a specific witness. Oh? Whom do you have in mind? Someone we have reason to believe knows the truth. The truth behind the activities that took place in the evidence room. And as we're building up, I gotta go brush my tail. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Let's get to the bottom of this. Get to the bottom of it. Prosecution requests to hear this person's name before deciding whether or not to comply. Very well then. Mr. Wright, the person whom you would have testify. What is his or her name? The Marshal. Officer Jake Marshall. Why him? You don't have to know everything just yet. He's in charge of the evidence room. I feel we should hear what he has to say. Prosecution agrees to the defense's request. He is responsible for guarding the room. We should hear his testimony. Fortunately, he works in the police department. We shouldn't need longer than 20 minutes to prepare. Very well. Court will take a 30-minute recess while the witness is subpoenaed. Will the prosecution please prepare the witness during this time? We will, Your Honor. Court is now in recess. There's no stopping you, is there, Mr. Wright? Huh? What do you mean? You called for Jake Marshall. Seems you figured everything out. Haven't figured anything out. Lana, you're the one who knows everything. Emma, you always know everything. Why don't you just tell us? Mr. Wright's trying his hardest to protect you. I don't recall ever asking for his protection. How can you be so cold? Don't you trust us? Don't you trust me? Hope I'm not interrupting anything, pals. Oh, guess I am. I'll come back later. Wait, Detective Gumshoe, what is it? You got a lot of nerve, pal, making a detective runner all around while on duty. And top it off, you call me here. I've seen happier people at funerals. Sorry, Detective. You better be, pal. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey. I didn't see you there, Chief Prosecutor Sky. That's okay. So, have you brought what I asked? Oh. Oh ho. Oh ho ho. Oh ho ho. Is he Santa Claus? I mean this, right? My apologies, Detective. Due to my present circumstances, I was forced to use Mr. Wright's name when making my request. My name? Never in a million years would I have thought it was you who asked me. Can I bother you to bring me the SO9 incident files? I'll need them by noon. Talk about crazy. The SO9 incident? But Lana, that's... I thought Mr. Wright might need them, so I had them brought here. Here, you might do well to read them. Can't believe you, the Chief Prosecutor, were a witness in that case. Miss Guy was a witness? For the Joe Dark killings. Solved 2 years ago. Take it from me, you don't want anything to do with serial murderers. Oh, what? Now that I've brought you your stuff, you're just gonna ignore me? Emma? But why? Why is your name in here? What? My name's in there? I don't know, unless... No, it couldn't be. Lana? This SO9 incident, is that... That's the classification number the police filed it under. 2 years ago, the rest of the world knew it as... the Joe Dark killings. The Joe Dark... No, Lana. That's over with. No! Emma, wait! She ran away. Oh, I thought she fainted. Oh, you know what? I just remembered. I gotta be somewhere. Sorry, pal, but I'm out of here. Coward! Jake Marshall, Angel Starr, Damon Gant, Miles Edgeworth. Not to mention Lana and Emma. The only person not in that file is me. And Gumshoe. And, Meekins. Everyone involved in this case is connected to those killings 2 years ago. This can't be just a coincidence. Knowing you just might be able to figure it out. Time to get back to the trial, Mr. Wright. Best of luck. Let me read this first. Do I have time to read it? I need to pause this, so I guess I have time. Let's look at it. Joe Dark, crime serial murder, sentence death. Edward Jones, Jason Knight, Oh, those are victims. Jeb Bates, Neil Marshall. Marshall! Jake Marshall. Wait. Is he related? Bruce Goodman. I don't see how that helps us. I don't know how it helps us. Well, I guess we'll figure it out. Take a look at this file. I looked at it. To be continued. Well, let's keep going. We got time. Save it. This might be the end. It's day like, all trials have been in 3 days, right? So, this must be the end. We finished it out. We're now reconvened for the trial of Miss Lana Sky. Emma didn't come back. Allow me to call the next witness to the stand. The officer in charge of guarding the evidence room on the day of the crime. He's drinking in court! Witness, please state your name and occupation. I'm just a man, same as you, wander the trails of civilization. I'm waiting for him to start shaving with his knife. Occasionally helping the elderly cross intersections when needed. Yes, we get it. I know, you're a patrolman. As for our name, if you listen hard enough, you can hear the howling wind calling it out. To be exact, it's Jake Marshall, Your Honor. Howling wind? I've never heard Edgeworth described that way before. Now, Mr. Marshall. Oh, he thought... that was silly. Let me ask you something. You were in charge of guarding the evidence room on the day the crime took place. Is this correct? According to the papers, partner. He's like, who lets him in court with a knife? What do you mean? A desperado's soul is as boundless as the desert sands. No paper can sum it up. Maybe it's best we get on with this quickly. Please share with us your testimony of the day of the crime. In plain old English. Alright, here we go. My job's to keep a wary eye on that bone orchard. They say I was supposed to make rounds 3 times a day, but that ain't my style. Besides, the room's protected by 2 security systems anyway. If I remember right, I was at a street-side saloon at the time it went down. How's he talking while he's drinking? Is he a ventriloquist? He's an innocent traveling man, so you're out of ammo. It's time I hit the trail. Can't say I particularly care for your attitude. Can't say I care for your beard, but you don't see me complaining. Wait a minute. What do you mean by 2 security systems? The security cameras and the ID card reader. And even a cowpoke like you knows about those. So what about the fingerprint-activated locks on the evidence lockers? Fingerprint-activated locks? What kind of newfangled doohickeys are those? They're not being very helpful. Not the given machines are worth following orders. Everyone's got their weaknesses now, don't they, Mr. Prosecutor? This one seems like trouble. Hey, Mr. Wright, he's all yours. Alright, let's do it. My job's to keep a wary eye on that bone orchard. How exactly do you keep an eye on the evidence room? I just made sure nothing moved in the security camera monitor. That room's so still. Even time dies in there. I was just a caretaker who interred the recordings. Interred them? Videos of nothing aren't that useful. When the time would come, I'd erase the tape. Nothing unusual is recorded. Tapes would be erased every 6 hours. Each time I erased the tape, it felt like I was erasing a part of my life. This guy has a flair for the dramatic, but isn't going to do him any good. So in actuality, you don't physically enter the evidence room. I said I was supposed to make rounds 3 times a day, but that ain't my style. She made your rounds on the day of the crime, right? Ain't you heard a word I said, partner? Told you that ain't my style. I'm afraid I don't understand. No desperado I know. No desperado I know lets the rules get in his way. No desperados I know join the police force. Mr. Marshall, on the day of the crime, between you and me, I didn't set foot in the evidence room that day. There's a rubber glove stuck in the victim's locker. Do you know anything about it, that? Sorry, partner. Can't say I do. I haven't been in that crypt in weeks. This guy avoid being fired. The room's protected by 2 security systems anyway. Just to be a detective, so you've used the evidence room in the past, correct? Of course. Back in the day, my locker was a gold mine of evidence. You know, you don't know about the fingerprint locking mechanisms? Alright, partner. I can Google machines. I can even tell you how a bike works. That's quite, incredible. Just so the locker handles cannot be seen. It's well known that some detectives are unaware of their presence. Now you mentioned it, Detective Gumshoe said something like that, too. At any rate, it doesn't seem like this is irrelevant to the crime. Can you tell us what you were doing when the crime took place? If I remember right, I was at a street-side saloon at the time it went down. What were you doing in a place like that? I was eating spaghetti. I had Angel steak lunch to meet that parlor's Vongole sepia pasta. You mean tell us, you banned your police to eat some noodles? How desperados eat tacos, partner? I distrust this guy immensely now. He doesn't like tacos? That's not what I meant. I hope this at least has taught you a lesson. That's strange. It's usually where Edward says, "Do not want to race this year?" You're an instant traveling man, so if you're out of ammo, it's time to hit the trail. Ammo, Officer Marshall? That's right, partner. Or as you'd call it, evidence. You plan to pin me this crime, you better draw. Otherwise, you're just wasting my time. Just waiting to carry you back to the west of the sunset. It is clear, despite being responsible for the guard in the evidence room, Liz doesn't appear to have seen anything. Texans don't take orders from anyone. Everyone knows that. Well, your superiors don't. They have to trump card up my sleeve, so I best keep my cool. Before I use that, I better up the ante. Yeah, so I gotta present something. What am I presenting? We need to check this. Witnesses. I gotta up the ante. How am I supposed to up the ante? Do I present that on his thing? Now, what do I have? What do I have? We pressed him. What do we press him on, though? I'm not sure what to present or where. Let's press it. We gotta press again, I guess. Alright, let's see. I don't know. I'm. What do we have? It says don't use it. I know it's probably gonna give me any points, but I'll do it anyway.
Objection!
Your Honor, that's incorrect. Does? Okay, that was definitely. I don't know how to raise the ante. Maybe I should just do it.
Objection!
Wait a statement. I don't know. A weird telescope.
Objection!
I'm gonna fail. I don't know what I'm doing here. I visit this the bloody handprint here?
Objection!
Marshal, does it strike you as odd? That is, you being called in to testify like this? After all, you weren't in the security room at the time of the crime. He said to hold it, but I don't know. Hey, you're dragging me down here. Make yourself, partner. Quite simple. You left a very large trail behind at the scene. To be exact, a handprint. That's real good, partner. Like I said, I'm a caretaker of that crypt. Pay my respects that I used to make my rounds about once a month. It's only natural my fingers would be in there.
Objection!
I only wish it were, officer. But you see, your fingers are covered in blood. Witness, what's the meaning of this? Your bloodstained fingerprints were at the crime scene? Blows wide way, however. Luminol test clearly revealed this. Officer Marshall? Seems to me, there ain't a person in this room with a head on his shoulders. I think you have an explanation then, Officer Marshall? About the bloodstained fingerprints? Very well, you may begin your testimony about your fingerprints found at the scene of the crime. Like I said, it's only natural for my fingerprints to be in that evidence room when they just happen to be at the same place as the bloodstained handprint. How does he know about that? Murder touched the locker where my fingerprint was by chance. Bloodstain and the fingerprint are completely unrelated. Did you know the murderer was wearing gloves? See, I had nothing to do with it. The witness' explanation appears valid. There's room for doubt. Life wouldn't be fun without any doubt, partner. It's me now cross-examine the witness. Guy's hiding something. I can feel it. Has a chance to prove it. Okay. We got this. We got this. It's because you... How did you put it? Pay your respects once a month? Yeah, that's right. That and one more thing. That locker happens to be mine. I didn't tell him where I found it. What? What do you mean? What I said. That's the locker I used when I was a detective. The locker I still use. Is that his coat? Is that the coat of the guy? All that's in there now is a heap of broken dreams. I see. It's strange my prints weren't all over that locker. Apparently his fingerprint data was never removed from the locker's programming. I must have been using the fingerprint lock all this time without ever knowing it. Well, just happened to be the same place as the bloodstained handprint. So then, what about the bloody handprint? What's mine? It's no mystery. Explain. My locker's covered with my fingerprints. Just so happened. Murderer touched the locker where my fingerprint was by chance. Chances of that happening are 1,000,000 to 1. On the contrary, one could argue that just the opposite. Chances of that not happening are 1,000,000 to 1. Get one thing straight, partner. You ain't gonna get no reward from me with a mere fingerprint. Wanna know why? Bloodstain and the fingerprint are completely unrelated. Unrelated? They're as different as night and day. Kinda like cereal and cereal. One's got to do with breakfast while the other's a type of murder. He's right. Though seemingly like they're totally different. I don't see what homonyms have to do with this. Where do you know the murderer was wearing gloves? How do you know the murderer was wearing gloves? Maybe a loner, but I still do my job. I keep up with the reports. Bloodstain in the scene thought to be left by the murderer. That's right. It's found on Detective Gumshoe's locker. However, no fingers protected on that handprint. Yeah, I think we try that too. That would mean murderer wearing gloves happened to place their hand on top of Officer Marshall's fingerprint. That's a logical conclusion. Showing you the picture, partner? The picture? The seal of blood in the desert is just food for the buzzards. There's only one reality, and there's this. Security tape. As long as my trail isn't there, you can't say otherwise. I don't can see anymore, Mr. Wright. So carefully where you're going with this cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Hear your testimony, Officer Marshall. That was me in that video, right, partner? What do you mean by that? No one's having this crime, is that right, partner? If so, that video is the only direct evidence you have. The video is next to useless. It's full of blind spots. Blind spots? Places you can't see. Wait. Wait. So familiar with the camera's position. They could leave the room without being caught on the tape. We don't have time for your speculations, Mr. Wright. Mr. Wright, if you can show us evidence in the field that indicates Mr. Marshall is present, please do so now. I think I know. Very well. Allow me to point out your mistake, Officer Marshall. Tread carefully, Mr. Wright, or you might wind up being the one making a mistake. Let's have another look at the video. Shows incriminating evidences. Okay. Fast forward. It's alright. Let me see if I'm right. There it is. Got it. Bringing our attention back to the security camera is a mistake I'm afraid you'll soon not forget, Officer Marshall. Days are short in Texas, and so are our tempers. Could you sum up what you have to say in 8 words or less? Very well. You can clearly be seen in this video. Exactly 8 words. Not bad, partner. The key lies in a certain locker shown in the video. That locker with the white cloth sticking out. That was the witnesses, I believe. Now then, let's rewind the video a bit. How do you have time to wipe away the blood print, though? So you had time to take off the coat, open it, stuff it in, wipe away the fingerprint. Because the handprint's not there either. Oh, the white cloth, it's gone. It's me, this Officer Marshall. When the crime took place, the white cloth wasn't there. Then it suddenly appeared. There's only one explanation. Officer Marshall, you were in the evidence room at the time of the crime. What's more, you opened your locker when the camera was turned away. Order, order! That's the only. Hold your horses. Sorry, partner. But you got the wrong man. So what if my locker was open? Doesn't mean I'm the one who opened it. The murderer needed to hide something, so he opened the locker and stuck it in. Not my fault he happened to choose mine. But we just went over the fingerprints! Why is everyone staring at me like I'm a wanted man? This guy isn't just playing dumb. He really doesn't know. I hate to rain on your parade. But you're the only person who can open that particular locker. Oh yeah? I call your bluff. Say I open that locker and I prove it.
Take that!
A fingerprint sensor. Hey, that's the first time I'm seeing sweat. We talked about this earlier today. The lockers can only be opened by the detectives they belong to. What kind of crazy talk is this? Well, Detective Gumshoe did mention something about this. In any case, the locks aren't that obvious. There are even some people in the force who don't know about the fingerprint locks. So, Sheriff, what do you have to say in 8 words or less? What's he eating? Is that beef jerky? I got one word for you, partner. No! That is one word. Order, order, order! Witness, explain yourself. This is a joke. It's the worst I've ever heard. I assure you this is no joke, Officer Marshall. Now then, please tell us what you were doing in the evidence room at the time of the crime. Olay, please answer the question. Was he now a bullfighter? That's alright, Officer Marshall. I believe we can figure that rest out from here. I mean, it meant. We can? Have a look at these floor plans. There's no place for someone to hide in the evidence room. Hey, Officer Meekins didn't see Officer Marshall. If that's so, then where was the witness? Mr. Wright has an answer. It's the only possible conclusion. Well then, let's hear it. Where was Officer Marshall at the time of the crime? Right there.
Take that!
Officer Marshall was standing right here. There, but that's where the victim, Detective Goodman, was. Correct, unless the man wasn't Detective Goodman. I believe the victim in the video is Officer Marshall. He usually dressed up like Detective Goodman. That's preposterous. Officer Meekins witnessed the detective at the crime scene. When he saw the man's face, he'd know for sure. May I point out, though, that Officer Meekins did not know Detective Goodman. He also testified about the man's reaction when confronted. The detective asked him to show his ID, his card, sir. Yes, and how did Detective Goodman respond? Suddenly pulled a knife on me. Oh, I hate that stupid thing. Hydrate! That's my last drop of water, though. It's almost bedtime, though, so it's for the best. Something about the officer's story puzzled me. If the man had his ID card, why didn't he just show it? So he needed it to enter the evidence room, so he must have been carrying it. The answer is simple. He couldn't show it. As you can see, Detective Goodman's picture is on his ID card. I get it. If he showed that, his cover would have been blown. Officer Meekins would have realized the man wasn't Detective Goodman. Anything to say to this, Officer Marshall? Why don't we just bring in Meekins and say, hey, is this the guy you saw? You You've got quite an imagination, partner. We got a term for that. It's called circumstantial evidence. Circumstantial evidence, he's still denying it. You're gonna have to do better than that to break a detective. So you have hard evidence proving I dressed up as a victim. Guess I particularly care for your uncooperative disposition. I can't say I care for your beard. You don't see me complaining. Why does he have a knife? Well, Mr. Wright, do you have any evidence proving beyond a shadow of doubt the Officer Marshall dressed up as a victim? Well, I'm not kidding, I don't have anything like that. I can see the fear in your eyes, partner. Seems you're the one who couldn't take the desert heat. This can't be happening. It's obvious he's the one. What can I do? I'll just bring back Meekins. Your lack of appearance finally been exposed. I'll pass on to you what someone told me just when I was just starting out. When you run into a wall with no place to go, return to the basics. The basics? For me, that would be what Mia used to tell me. Thanks, try thinking outside the box. Shouldn't look for proof that Officer Marshall was in disguise. Rather, I should look for evidence that came about because he was in disguise. Why do you think this locker was opened in the first place? What do you mean? There's no reason for Officer Marshall to open his locker at the time of the crime. Yeah, he did, despite the chance it might be discovered later, as it has been. He didn't originally plan to open his locker. Further fits his argument. Officer Jake Marshall dressed up as Detective Goodman at the time of the crime. After the crime was committed, he opened his own locker for some unknown reason. The fact that a white cloth is sticking out of the locker, it seems to indicate he opened it in order to put the cloth inside. So, what exactly is this piece of cloth? Perhaps the video is the key to all of our unanswered questions. I don't have any evidence, so this video is my only shot. Let's take yet another look at the security tape. After committing the crime, the witness opened the locker to put away the white cloth. Show us why the witness opened the locker. Is it the coat? Oh, rewind, hold on. Rewind, J.
Take that!
For some reason, you disguised yourself as Detective Goodman. You entered the evidence room, so I don't know what's in it yet. Hi, Horror King, welcome, welcome. Yet, however, something unexpected happened. Officer Meekins barged in on you. When asked to show your ID card, you pulled a knife on him. However, Officer Meekins panicked, and the white coat you were wearing was soiled with blood. A bloody white coat. You couldn't just walk out like that, so you hid the coat in your locker. Not bad, partner. Yeah, I've seen you around. It's been a long time, though. It's been about 6-8 months? I don't know. I have a bad memory. And Officer Marshall, are you ready to tell us the truth? Looks like I underestimated y'all. There's something you can see. Oh, I don't think I have it active. There's a follow age, but I don't think I have it active. Do I? I don't know. Let's find out. Does not appear to... Oh, wait. Apparently it does work. I don't follow myself. Did it break? It literally just worked! I don't know why it's not working. Cooldown? Oh, yeah, it could be cooldown. No, everybody's doing it. I hope you're happy now, Mr. Edgeworth. 2 years ago, you're only half as thin as you are today. We all wouldn't have to be here now, would we? There you go. 1 year, 2 months, 23 days. I was marched to the court what you did. All of it. I gotta sneeze. Yeah, I don't know how accurate that thing is. Because you've been a sub longer than that. A lot longer. Yeah, I think Streamlabs is broken. Alright, seems the time has come. We finally gotta figure out what happened. The confession. I had to do it that day. I couldn't just stand by and let it die. I stole the detective's ID and dressed like him. I planned to take out the evidence. I wasn't expecting Officer Meekins. I knocked him out. He managed to escape. I knew which areas wouldn't be caught on camera. There wasn't any murder in the evidence room at 5:15. So the supposed victim was really you. But there's one thing I still don't understand. There's a large quantity of blood were found on the floor of the evidence room. If no one was murdered then, how could that be? Officer Meekins managed to cut his own hand. I guess he's a donor. It's way too much blood for such a small donation. That day, could just stand by and let it die. So you say it, you mean, do you even have to ask, partner? The SO9 incident. Just past that case was closed. He's going to completely end with the transfer that day. Not if I have anything to do with it. Listen, it's not over. What did you hope to accomplish by sneaking into the evidence room? When a case is closed, only the case's lead detective can look through the evidence. I wanted to have a look at it myself one more time. No matter what the cost. I don't care what anyone says, partner. The case is mine. Officer Marshall wasn't in charge of that investigation. Why does he care so much about it? It was my last chance, that's why I stole the detective ID and dressed like him. I plan to take out the evidence. Why don't you disguise yourself as Detective Goodman? I didn't make it look like Goodman was carrying out the evidence transferal. I'd be arrested for stealing evidence, which wouldn't get me anywhere. So he did fill the security camera. And a detective's ID card. I stole that the morning of the incident. So that really was why Detective Goodman started filling out the lost item report. I returned his ID card. I left it on the floor in the prosecutor's office parking lot. The ID card I found was left there by Officer Marshall. Essentially, you managed to succeed despite your lack of foresight. What do you mean, partner? I mean, the fingerprint activated lock, of course. No matter how well you disguise yourself, you can't change your fingerprints. Under normal circumstances, you wouldn't have been able to open that locker yourself. But you could, because a rubber glove just happened to get stuck in the door. That means Ted Goodman must have opened the locker before Officer Marshall. I was expecting Officer Meekins. I knocked him out. He pulled a knife on Officer Meekins and tried to drive him off? Just say I was a little surprised. I only planned on being in the evidence room no more than 5 minutes. Sorry, I burped a little bit. I didn't think anyone actually come in during that short time. Officer Meekins certainly is a 1 in a million type person. Taking a detective for an intruder and demanding to be shown his ID. I had to think a little more about his raise this year. When did Edgeworth get so much influence? Anyway, he threw himself at me and I ended up cutting him slightly. I had to turn out that way. Knock him out and everything. What happened to your knife? You mean this one? I don't know what to say. Huh. So you knocked out Officer Meekins and managed to escape. I knew which areas would be caught on the camera. So you did your research beforehand. Those who go into the desert unprepared don't live long, partner. I think it would make a difference, though. Security tape is erased every 6 hours. If all had gone as planned, no footage would have been left. However, you have blood in your coat in your struggle with Officer Meekins. His gun was in the security room when I came out. Jake would have been up. Opened the locker and stashed it in there. What was Officer Meekins doing during that time? What else? He was sleeping like a baby. What you're saying is, on that day, one murder in the evidence room at 5:15. But the blood found at the scene certainly indicates the crime took place. I look blind. You're shown on the tape as me, and I'm not dead yet, partner. You stole the evidence from the locker. Actually, no, I didn't. Why not? I opened the locker. The evidence is already gone. What? Mr. Edgeworth, where is that evidence? He's still missing, Your Honor. The Goodman's locker was already empty. Someone else stole the evidence. Officer Marshall, may I ask you one thing? Fire away, partner. It's a free country. Remember, I'm also free to decide whether or not to answer. Why did you do this? Stealing a detective's ID, injuring a police officer? It's no small offense. Moreover, you're an officer of yourself. This will have serious consequences. You can't just be forgiven with a simple cut in salary. Not that salary cuts are ever a valid solution. Like I said, this isn't your case. This one is mine. And I'll do anything it takes to get an answer I'm satisfied with. This is an unusual amount of zeal. Let's hear more. Can't just forget that's a non-incident. You know why? Why? That case was solved 2 years ago, wasn't it? It's the reason the evidence was stored in the evidence room. Joe Dark was convicted of his crimes. One thing I can say for sure, he deserved a sentence. I remember the Joe Dark case. It involved serial murders, didn't it? I don't intend to complain about how it turned out. But there's something that still bothers me. Something I went down at that trial. Something no one will talk about. What happened? I don't know. That's what I'm trying to find out. Why are you so concerned with that incident? Maybe I should present him with what I think his real reason is. I had a feeling we wind up here sooner or later. Everyone involved here is related in some way to that case. I better take another look at the files. Alright, can we look? Oh, it's because this person, the victim. We sent.
Objection!
Mr. Marshall, I think I understand. I think I know why you care so much about the SO9 incident. Sounds like you've been sipping too much cactus juice, partner. I have the SO9 incident file here. The name Marshall is mentioned in here. And a list of murder victims. Neil Marshall. Are you related to this man? Neil Marshall? Yeah, I'm sure you've heard the name. 2 years ago, he received the same lousy prosecutor award you got. What? Prosecutor? He must be talking about the King of Prosecutors Award. I remember Prosecutor Neil Marshall. You know, the SO9 case before I did. That's right. He was killed, and the case fell into your hands. But what's his relation to you? He was my brother. He also wore a cowboy hat. He was investigating the murders with Damon Gant, the then Deputy Chief of Police. The group of detectives I was part of worked under them. We were desperate to prosecute the killer. Joe Dark. My brother fought Dark and was killed. That was the first time Dark left behind any evidence. That was all we needed. He was arraigned and incarcerated. The case was finally closed, at least according to the public records. What do you mean? My brother couldn't have been killed by Joe Dark. I knew my brother better than anyone. No one could have beaten him in a fight. That's it? That's your reason for your insane actions? There's more to my brother's death than what the records say. No matter how much you try to hide it, you can't fool me. Well, at least one thing's for certain. Now we know what happened to the police department on the day of the crime. That's the last day the SO9 case could be reopened. Not satisfied with his resolution, Arthur Marshall planned to steal the evidence. Disguising himself as Detective Goodman, he entered the evidence room. Officer Meekins confronted him, so he rendered him unconscious and fled. Yes, his mystery has finally been cleared up. No murder took place at the police department that day. The things that happen by chance never cease to amaze. At exactly the same time as the murder at the prosecutor's office, this fake murder was going on at the police department. Chance? It's gotta be more than just that. So no one was murdered at the police department on the day of the crime. That means the murder in the prosecutor's office parking lot was the real one. Which in turn means only one person could have committed the crime. Chief Prosecutor Lana Sky.
Objection!
But wait, a verdict wasn't reached in yesterday's trial.
Objection!
There's who wanted me to examine the incident at the police department today. But there's only one reason the defendant was not convicted yesterday. Yet remained the mystery of the simultaneous murder at the police department. To me, this boy's got the draw on you, partner. All the mysteries of the police department have been resolved, no doubt about it. Our sole murder took place at the prosecutor's office. The only suspect is Lana Sky. Testimony of one Miss Angel Star, completely incontestable. No response, making a single word or less. Objection. Arg. Rest my case. Since the trial has reached its conclusion, there's no room for doubt. Well done, Mr. Wright. Thanks to you, I didn't need to waste my time. Just proving the alleged murder at the police department. There's no doubt what I proved today is true. Apparent murder on the security camera's tape really was fake. I didn't realize that would end up proving Lana guilty. Time for the verdict has arrived. This court finds the defendant. Hold it! Surprise witness! Your Honor, wait. Emma. This has an objection. A scientific objection. Right? What do you mean, right? Mr. Wright? Are you this girl's guardian? Your Honor? Oh, in a sense. Please, Your Honor, all I'm asking for is a minute of your time. Please hear me out. Mr. Edgeworth, please. I don't want to leave any loose ends. You want a minute? I'll give you 3. I was kind of in shock. And finding out the SO9 incident referred to the Joe Dark killings. As she mentions it. The names of both Sky and Sister were in the file. That's when I figured it out. I mean, what Officer Marshall was trying to do that day. So I knew his fingerprint had nothing to do with the crime. That left only one thing. The other handprint. You mean the traces of blood found on Detective Gumshoe's locker? But no fingerprints were found on it, right? Figured it out. No, but I figured if I examined it scientifically, I'd be sure to find a clue. So I ran over there and looked at it again. So did you find something? No. Huh? Sorry, I guess I'm not much of a scientific investigator after all. But wait. If he's the one that got the blood, why was he wearing gloves? At all? I'm mad. I'm just a high school student. I'm just an attorney. Mr. Wright. Those traces of blood are the only clue we have. Confetti! I find something wrong with them. Mr. Wright, you're a professional. You can solve Lana. It's you. Save Lana. It's you. Me? Oh boy. Time's up now then, Mr. Wright. Go to the incident police department. Enemies of doubt remain. Here's the is troubled by the other blood mark. Look at the floor plans. A handprint was over around here. You have a problem with this? Mr. Wright. Sorry I can't be of more use. But still. Anything wrong with that blood mark? Lana will be. Hold on. Wait. Video. Let's go back to the video. We can't see that locker. It's completely blocked by the thing. The badger. Alright, we don't have all day. Yes, Your Honor. I need to concentrate now. Remove that handprint on Detective Gumshoe's locker. Missing? We gotta watch the video again. I wish I could fast forward it. Why can't I fast forward it in this version? So that handprint's already there. That's the left handprint anyway. Alright, we gotta find out. See if we can see a handprint there. So he's down. How did the handprint get there? I object.
Objection!
Handprint left the crime scene. Clearly shows a contradiction. I think it seems clear as your grasp, Mr. Wright. Staring pretty intently at those floor plans. Tell me, is there a problem with them? Yes, it's strange. Take a look at these floor plans. Something is missing. Missing? Something hasn't been drawn on there? It's something that, when drawn, will completely change the meaning of that blood mark. Let's pray the defense is assuming trying to buy time. Very well, Mr. Wright. All this evidence here. There's gotta be something I can use. Which item can prove something's missing from the floor plans. How do we have to watch this stupid video again? Let's look at the floor plan. I have clearly put something missing from floor plans. I mean, the video, I mean, this thing is missing. I'm gonna present the video. They say back west, even Vime can hit with buckshot. That is, so long as he's facing the general direction. That's right, not sure which direction to face. It's no use. I just risk the greater chance of me being wrong. Come on, Mr. Wright, try and remember what the evidence room was like on the day of the crime. What does it bother me about this blood mark? I'll give another chance. I'll prove it this time. Spray the fist, simply trying to buy time. For real, Mr. Wright. There's gotta be something I can use. So not the video. I didn't know what's missing from the floor plans. Present! Another piece of plywood. Blue Badger, mascot of the police force. Defender of truth, guardian of proof. Name yourself, Mr. Wright. Let's look at the floor plans of the crime scene. The Blue Badger is not here. So? So watch what happens when we put him in. That's where he danced at the time of the crime. Well, what? Gasp. That's right, so long as the blue badger is dancing there. It'd be impossible to place a handprint at this spot on the locker. I thought the video proved it because you can clearly see the blue badger there. That means, just what exactly does that mean? It means it can't be done. What are you saying? Blood traces were undeniably found in that locker. Don't look at me. I didn't put it there. Let's try thinking it through scientifically. Emma, on that afternoon, Zemeckis was the one who brought the blue badger to the evidence room, right? After you put it down, it would be impossible to leave a handprint on that locker. That would mean this blood mark was left there before the blue badger was brought in. For a moment, I will not allow such far-fetched balderdash in my courtroom. It may sound far-fetched, Your Honor, but it's the only possible explanation. February 21st in the police department's evidence room. Blood was spilled not once, but twice. But how? One time was captured on this tape, taken by a security camera. Zemeckis cut his hand from which a trivial amount of blood fell. Problem is the other time. Can we run blood test on it? Yeah, I couldn't tell. Like, is this close to the camera or far away? Someone bled prior to the struggle shown on this tape. It had to have been Detective Goodman when he was really murdered. That's ridiculous. I refuse to accept your absurd claim. Murder portrayed in the security tape has been proven to be fake. However, that's not explain the blood mark found in the locker. Objection! Objection! So assuming this murder what really happened. Objection! When did it take place? Objection! There may show evidence that proves when it occurred. When the first incident occurred. Defense claims that prior to Officer Meekins being cut by Jake Marshall, who was posing as Detective Jack Goodman, another incident took place in that evidence room. That's right, the blood mark on the locker proves this. And tell us, when does the first incident occur? As Mr. Edwards said, the proof must be presented. This shows when the murder took place. Only one piece of evidence to show that. Now then, let's make sure. Please bring this evidence. Just when the first crime took place. Present. Autopsy report. This is proof. It's quite simple, you see. So simple that don't get it wrong. Huh? Holmes, except excuse me, need police. What? First crime took place before the blue badger brought it to the room, right? Say, when was the blue badger brought it there anyway? Don't have to try wasting much time for something. Fine. The evidence which shows the first crime took place. Okay, here. Crime took place inside the evidence room. The killer would have had to enter it. In order to do so, the ID card would have been required. Oh, the ID card record. Officer Meekins brought the blue badger plane onto the evidence room at 4:50. Crime took place before that time, then it would be 4:40. Mama. Miles Edwards, just what have you done? I would have figured you'd had the nerve, boy. Drop the act, witness. It doesn't take a lot of thought to figure out it couldn't have been me. Nope, I ain't getting it. I'm afraid I don't understand either. Clear from the luminal test that blood was there. And when the second crime took place, both Officer Meekins and Officer Marshall failed to notice the blood. That means the blood from the first crime was wiped away by the real murderer. Would have had just 10 minutes to murder the victim, carry his body away, and clean up the blood. Unfortunately, that's physically impossible. What about 77777? That would mean crime must have taken place before Mr. Edgeworth entered the evidence room. Let's look at the chart again. There's only one other card number remaining, 77777. Talk about a lucky number. Wait, doesn't make sense. How could Detective Goodman have entered the evidence room? There's no record of his card being used beforehand. He must have entered along with the real murderer. It's the only plausible explanation. He went in with 77777. Mr. Edgeworth, please look into this ASAP. Find out whose ID number is 77777. That's 17 too many, Your Honor. Fortunately, I'm unable to look up the owner of that ID card. He's at present. What? Blame yourself, son. ID number 777 belongs to someone with the rank of captain or higher. Someone who is a so-called executive officer. We don't have the authority to inquire into such a person's identity. That's ridiculous. Just how? I'm not finished talking, Mr. Wright. There's one situation in which we can be granted such authority. An official charge filed against an executive is accepted. An official charge. You're all alike, aren't you? With your cover-ups, your forgeries. That's how a prosecutor's office operates. Objection! I take pride in my work, Officer Marshall. Appreciate it if you would keep your slander to yourself. Objection! Slander, is it? Okay. Let me ask you a question. Yes? No, not to you. To her, the defendant sitting over there. Your own little executive. Lana? Don't be stupid. She's been charged with murder. Of course, we've looked up ID number. And it's not 77777. Don't play me for a fool, partner. That's not what I want to ask. All I want to know is one thing about that incident. SO9 incident. Answer me this, Chief Prosecutor. That trial 2 years ago, did you really only use legitimate evidence? Do you need the witness to repeat this question, Chief Prosecutor? I heard him fine, Mr. Edgeworth. 2 years ago, I was in charge of prosecution for that trial. At the time, we felt the powerlessness of the law. At least, I did. Lana, I became a prosecutor in order to suppress crime with law. But before I realized it, we were being the ones suppressed by the law. Defendant, just what are you saying? As you became Chief Prosecutor, during that trial 2 years ago, did you really present all the evidence in court? You look at me, the investigator, in the crime in the eye and say you did. Chief Prosecutor, you didn't. I don't have to, Officer Marshall. Why won't you answer him? Drastic crimes require drastic measures. That's just the way it is. We did what we had to do in order for him to get the verdict he deserved. But Lana, even if it involved forging evidence. See? That's what I'm talking about. No. No! Order, 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 order! Ah! The snowballs with rocks in them again. Honest remarks crouched such a stir. Guessing room. I had to wait until the following day. Alright, unfortunately, I thought we were done, but we're not. So we're gonna have to stop here. Where are we? Here. It's late. I got work in the morning. You fell asleep? Ah! Oh, we gotta quit. Hold on. Quit. Quit. Power screen. Alright, so, yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you all had a great time, great night, a great day tomorrow. Hope you all do have a great day tomorrow. We'll be back tomorrow with more chess puzzles. And Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Hopefully we'll finish up this case. Maybe work on the next one. Yeah, so, hope to see you guys here tomorrow. And hope you sleep well, have good dreams and all, and hope to see you here soon, okay? Yeah, it's rough. So good night, everyone. Fox out. Night-night.